shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, I got no rival. Tell me now, what you gon' do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is not a moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I'm locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my phone. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got
Welcome to RCS. Not RCS, damn it. RSC, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Play-ins, Elite Play-ins, Avalanche up against Fearless. Bravo, very shortly. I am Vino in the casting booth, joined by Potter for this evening.
Mate, we've got a game on our hands today. This is not the RLCS, but it is something very close to that. Avalanche against Fearless. Bravo today. Winner of this game will go and play against Argon. Winner of that game will play against Zala. And the winner of that game will book their spot in Sunday's playoff.
Very interesting. So do you have any info regarding these two teams then, Potter?
Well, looking at the player stats, I would like to highlight Anthony, but it doesn't exactly matter about stats because we have Cubby subbing up from the tier below and taking Anthony's place on the Avalanche roster. So it will be Anthony, Flight, and Jason up against Nick, Bailey, and Raxum from the Fearless Bravo side.
Interesting lineup then we have for tonight. I believe the players are ready, right? But before we start anything, let's go through some predictions then. Potter, who do you have your money on?
Well, I mean, considering the fact that Avalanche do have a rival player subbing up to Elite, I would put my money on Fearless Bravo. I think they're going to take it in a 3-1 fashion. How about you?
Well, I do agree with you. Bravo has the upper hand there, but something must have happened as the players currently don't really isn't in the game. Some of them already left the match. I believe we will be restarting the lobby here. Very unfortunate, but yeah, Bravo. I would say they will take it in a very close game. Obviously, 3-1 perhaps, 3-2 perhaps as well. But a lot of changes are already. You already see Rocket League's currently just having difficulties with set of things. Not the prettiest we've started already, but hey, we have a lot of action hopefully coming up for you all with this elite play-ins. And Potter, meanwhile we're waiting for the lobby to come back up. Let's just speak about, the two teams here. How hard have they, been fighting for to, hopefully make it into playoffs later this evening?
Well, Avalanche, they finished 5th in the Glazers Conference, meaning they are facing Fearless Bravo, who finished 6th in the Ignis Conference. Not too many differences in the sides in terms of stats. Avalanche having 2 more wins, whilst Bravo have 2 more losses. 1 more goal scored for Bravo, and 18 more goals conceded for Bravo as well. So it seems like in the defensive half, it is Avalanche coming out on top, but in offensive, it's Bravo, but not by a lot. 1 goal in it.
It's going to be exciting then to see who will be coming out on top between these two teams. Avalanche up against Fearless Bravo. And as it stands currently, only Fearless is in the lobby. We're waiting for Avalanche to pop out of nowhere. So, I believe... Oh, Flight just said that they're here. Then I guess let's let the show begin.
Indeed, we will. It is going to be Avalanche on the blue side of things, whilst Fearless Bravo, they take up the red side of the field. It is Bailey on the kickoff to get us started. Balls does fall to Jason off Avalanche early on, though. Flight already following that ball into the centre of the field. Raxon to beat it away. Doesn't want to take any chances with stealing early, but Jason keeping up the pressure. It seems like we're in a little bit of ping pong, but Cubby does clear that one away. Stops Bailey getting anything on it as Liam Nicholas hits Flight looking for his teammate in field, tried to dunk it past Raxon. Cubby picks up the ball in midfield though, looking to get it past on the wall, but it was a great pinch from the Fearless Bravo defender to pinch that one away and get rid of any of the danger, else that shot is on from Flight. Raxon again scrambling back to make a save, as it is Bailey on offense now for Fearless Bravo.
A lot of pressure coming out from Fearless Bravo already as we speak. A lot of back and forth. But, there's been a lot of opportunities, but the great defense by both teams just keeps it away from the back of the net. As we see here, the ball doesn't really go anywhere near the back of the net as of yet. Just, shots and attempts, but not really been rewarded as of yet. And Diamond comes out, but finally, Justin does put it in for Avalanche.
Yeah, Jason is the one to get the goal, but what a pass it was from Cubby. We highlighted him beforehand, maybe being the weak link on this roster, obviously coming up from the division below, but what a corner read pass down to his teammate that was. Jason slotting it into the top left corner. It's Avalanche who take the lead here in game 1.
Great stuff for Avalanche then. A lot of pressure by their side. Also just being a victim for the pressure by Fearless Bravo, but they've coped with it very well, and already we see them leading in this first game. A lot of pressure coming out from them again as Flight tries to put a lot of pressure on the back of the net. Can't really get it by Liam. Bailey with a musty flick gets the knife from Jason as Flight now takes over the ball. Tries to flick it over to. Can't really do so. Jason with the clear. Cubby back to the middle. Jason's there. Does get the fake. No, Bailey's in the way, but that's a shot. Another denial from Raxon this time as Liam does find the clear.
This offense from Avalanche is not what we would have been expecting, as that shot from Bailey gets hit onto Jason. Scar Raxon is going to be in an awkward position to make contact with that ball as Liam tries to get a shot on net. It's going to be backwood where Flight has it covered. Cubby, infield pass attempt. It's going to fall off the corner. Flight's to follow. It is infield. Jason's got a shot opportunity. Does come off the corner. Flight again trying to cut inside and get a shot. Bailey falls to make a save. Cubby pass into the midfield again. Bottom right corner shot. Jason. And these passing plays from Avalanche are really hurting this Bravo side.
Bailey tried his best just to get it off to the corner, but it just ends in misery instead. Jason was waiting at that side, finds the chance, finds the opportunity, finds the back of the net as well. Second goal for Avalanche under his name. And what a start for Avalanche. You know, the team that we both said that probably will lose against Fearless Bravo, but currently they're just putting up a show, a brilliant show as well.
Jason onto the backboard, looking for the double touch, doesn't have boost. Cubby's there to find the third. What is this defense from Fearless Bravo? Every single opportunity for this Avalanche side goes through like butterfingers. This Bravo defense is.
It's questionable indeed. The defense just isn't there. The offense was there a bit, you know, earlier on. But so far, it's not been paying off for them. It's Avalanche just punishing them left, right, and center. As I speak, Jason does find a clear. The ball goes into Bailey's hands, but it's too soft as Flight just gets a clear. It's sticking into the corner. Cubby out to the middle. Jason's there with a touch, a bit too high and a bit too wide. Liam does take control though. Gets a clear off to the side. Jason is there as well. Bailey can't get a block. Jason off from the corner into the middle. Flight is there, doesn't find contact. Cubby gets demoed. Open things up for the defensive side, but they're currently coping it with it very well.
Cubby past center. Jason's going to be there. He's not going to be able to find the shot first time around. Flight trying to drop it down into the midfield. Cubby's going to be forced to make a save, but again, this Avalanche defense has not been tested half enough as it needs to be for Bravo to break through and get a goal. But on the breakaway now, it is Avalanche. Jason pops it off of the sidewall again, looking for the double touch. It'll come through for him eventually. Cubby popping this one onto the backboard. Liam Nicholas has already got it covered though. They've got a minute left. Do Fearless Bravo have to get something out of this game and try and force some kind of comeback as Raxon's up for the shot? It's onto the backboard. Flight already had it covered. He's going to keep the offense up. Liam Nicholas is already up for this one. There was Cubby having to beat. That was a great dunk from Liam Nicholas as Jason on the backboard pops it away. Cubby's having to get that to stop Raxon getting to it.
Oh.
And again, on the counter-attack, Jason's going to find the fourth, and there's absolutely nothing to show for the Fearless Bravo side as it looks like they're dropping game number one.
Look at this transition from Avalanche, going from, you know, just struggling in defense a bit by the pressure, just to releasing, you know, they just found a clear and just, rewarded themselves with a fourth goal at 35 seconds remain of this first game. Jason looking to make a fifth one as Raxon now looking to clear, can't get it by Flight. That's a shot into the middle, very dangerous. Cubby can't do much though as Jason puts it back into the middle. The ball going ever so slightly back to the middle, can't really get it by Bailey. A clear comes out, but that's very dangerously into the middle. Liam does follow it up. Flight back to the middle. Cubby is there. Will he get the fifth one? Solo play here, nearly gets it by both defenders. Can't really do so though. The clock is ticking, but so far, it is already determined. Avalanche will be taking this first game.
It's nothing less than deserved. Cubby stepping up to the plate where he needs to come and play at this elite level. I mean, we've said this before. I'm going to keep coming back to it. I'm going to sound like a bro by the time that this series is done. But Cubby, every single time, we highlighted in pre-game saying he's not going to be able to do anything hopping up elite. But what a show he's putting on for us.
What a show indeed. I mean, look, Jason, he got his hat trick for this game. Kobe as well got 1 goal, 3 assists, 1 save, 2 shots. You know, if we compare the amount of shots, you know, between Avalanche and Fearless Bravo, Avalanche, they currently have a total of 9 shots compared to 3 shots by Bravo. And that's, you know, that's something we didn't really expect to see out of them. But let's see what their, you know, the response will be for this upcoming second game of the series.
They're gonna have to respond to something. Something's got to be in the water, possibly blood. They need to come out for this during game number 2. Maybe they got a little bit too complacent. Hubby coming in from the tier below. Again, I'm going to keep referencing that every single time because of how amazing Cubby is and how well he's done to step up to this level.
Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Avalanche up against Fearless Bravo. Already, it's a shaky start for Fearless Bravo, you know. They had a lot of opportunities, but they made a lot of mistakes as well during the defensive side. Like, most of the times there was just no one there, and to capitalize it, Avalanche was there to punish them. And so far, Potter, what do you think about it? Like, what do they have to do in order to actually change something and get a goal?
They need to control the boost. I mean, Avalanche have had so much of this pressure. They've been stealing all the corner pads from this Bravo side, leaving them with nothing, meaning they're stuck on defense. They keep hitting off of every single surface possible and getting goals with it. But this time the first goal is going to drop in from Avalanche. It was a great pass from Liam Nicholas. Jason had to hit it straight away. He had no boost to get the clearance. Raxon is the one to capitalise on it, and it is 1-0 to Bravo, game number 2.
Good start for Fearless Bravo then, as they do punish the double commit in the defensive side of Avalanche. They realize that Raxon just doing amazingly currently for the team. He stepped up a bit, but look at this, another defensive mistake over in rotation wise. No one was there. A bit panicky on both sides here. No one just, you know, willing to take their time to adjust and try to do a play, like make a play with the ball. Again, a shot coming out from Jason nearly goes in as Raxon does deny it. Cubby looking to force it through, can't really do so. Liam a pop into the middle, Cubby's waiting. Back up, Flight doesn't turn for it. It's Cubby's ball still going into the middle nearly, but Bailey does cut it short. Jason, with a lot of time, pops it into the middle. No one there to follow it up. A bump on Raxon does succeed, but again, no one to capitalize or follow up the play.
Yeah, no second man to be found here in game number 2 for Avalanche. This ball just gets banged straight at the net. Fly might be able to capitalise on it. It's an infield pass. Jason's there looking for that top right corner. Was easily dumped on by Raxon, who kept that one away again. Now Raxon looking for a bump on Flight. Makes him awkward. Bailey pass off of the back wall. No one's going to be there to follow. Cubby has time in his own corner now. Liam Nicholas early challenge with no boost. No one's going to be there to follow for Fearless Bravo. Cubby couldn't get on the end of that pass, and that could have been the turning point in game number 2 for Avalanche.
Indeed, and as we speak, that's a pinch from Fearless. Nearly works its way around the defense, but Flight was there dead on the target where it was going to go in. Just denies it from entering, which is very fortunate for them, as they do not want to be 2 goals down. And a strong response already from Fearless Bravo in the second game. They, you know, started the game off with a strong statement that they're still there. They have the will in them, and they will try to force it all the way in the series. As Flight leaves it for Jason, but Jason does get demoed in the process as Cubby gets a demo himself. A bump, but a bit unfortunate into the ball as well, as Bailey having the ball now, looking for a teammate to pass, finds Raxon in the middle. That's a pop into the middle as well, but Cubby does find the touch on the ball to put it into the corner. The ball still boxed in the blue half. That's very dangerous in front of it as well, but Jason does find a clear. That's going back to the middle for Jason to try to capitalize. Nearly gets by Liam, but gets cut short. Bailey up for Liam. A double touch opportunity, but doesn't go for it. No boost to work with. That was a golden opportunity to try to get a double touch and extend the lead, but no boost. Again, no boost to work with.
Could that opportunity come back to bite them? Have to wait and see as Cubby pops this one up to flight. Liam Nicholas already had the read on that ball. Turn and hit that one away. He's going to have time to follow now. Liam Nicholas with no boost, trying to force something on it, but the pass does go infield from Flight. Raxon on the back wall. Flight again, dropped down. Jason's there, shot it in the back of the net. And with 1 minute and 11 seconds left, 1-1-1, 1-1, scoreline at 1-1, time all ones, perfect scoreline, perfect time here now for Avalanche to come back and get this win.
And what a play that was, a beautiful pass coming from Floyd into the middle, and Jason just, clearing it or clanging it actually into the top bins, securing the tie, the equalizer that they needed. They're still in this game, 1 minute remain as Cubby now going up high for it, doesn't get a touch, expecting Bailey to get it before him, looking for a 50, but couldn't really do much as Liam now tries to force it through. That's going to the middle, no one to follow it up. Cubby gets a shot. Is it a bit too high? No, but Raxon does get the save. Clutch by Raxon, keeping it tied up, keeping it equaled as the transition coming out from Fearless Bravo now nearly worked out in their favor, but so far it's nothing too dangerous by both sides as they just try to experiment around here, demos coming out, physical plays, but that's a defensive mistake. No, Flight gets back in time to just make the save.
10 seconds left on the clock for one of these teams to snatch a win. Could it be Avalanche? Absolute daylight robbery if this were to go in. Raxon hit over to the sidewall. Flight is there. It comes off the backboard. Cubby's gotten the boost. It looks like we're heading through overtime. Bailey opts to keep it up. Flicks it over one. Flight and Jason both in each other's way there a little bit as Cubby and Jason all going for this one. Shots on the back of the net. But no, it doesn't cross all the way and we have overtime.
Oh, it just bounced in the net. That must be heartbreaking for Cubby. That shot looked so much like it was in the back of the net. But unfortunately, the game said no, but Flight will redeem the shot that they didn't put through. Avalanche takes game 2.
Indeed, they do. Flight, it's a great pop past 2 defenders. Raxon didn't want to go for it. He trusted his teammate to get the clear. But Avalanche, they're 2 games to the good. 2-0 up in the series. And where do you see it going from here? Surely there's only one direction.
They have the momentum. Avalanche, they were on the back foot in the beginning of this game. Bravo, Fearless Bravo kicked it off with a brilliant redemption for last game, but they just lost it out later on, later stages, making a bit more mistakes perhaps, and then as well not really putting a lot of pressure on the side of Avalanche. But when they did have pressure, they just couldn't, they just couldn't revert that into goals, and that's probably what cost them the second game. But we go over to game number 3 now. Avalanche looking hot in this series, and it's just very exciting to see how Fearless Bravo will respond in this third game. They had so many opportunities, Potter.
Yeah, I mean, Fearless Bravo, you come into this game 0-0. You got to make a really long journey as it is. You've got to win 3 series in a row just to get into the lower bracket of playoffs, but suddenly you're up against a rival player, you're filled with confidence, and then you're just put on your back, you're down 2-0, and you have to reverse sweep, and there's only one way which they can do it now if they want to stay in the RSC9.
Indeed, it's going to be very tough as Fearless Bravo now 2-0 down in the series score as Avalanche does get the better of it in kickoff. Cubby looking for a touch, doesn't get it. Jason as well just side flipping. Oh dear, they had an opportunity there, but that was really close by the red side to score. But again, a lot of defensive misplays, but it's working out for them. It's nothing to be worried about currently. Flight does get a clear, that's going to the middle. Adamo comes through. Jason with the first goal for Avalanche. They're just breaking down the wall of Fearless Bravo, look at this. The mentality must be draining at that point.
Right, it was a great pass off of the corner, killing the man on the backboard. Free shot for Jason, who slots it in the back of the net. He could have had a second already. Jason again. 35 seconds into the game. Game number 3. Jason's popped up with 2 goals early on. 2 games to the good. Could it be 3?
Will Jason get another hat-trick? That is the question. He's hungry for it. We can tell. Look at them. Just playing out of their minds in this third game. They want to get that sweep. They want to just move on as quickly as possible. A pinch comes through but doesn't go any further from the middle. The ball finally does get cleared though. Flight looking to make a play. That's very dangerous by Liam. That's a very unfortunate touch. Jason in the middle looking for a hat-trick now. Does he get it? No, Liam's in the way. The ball in Bailey's hands. Will he be able to make something? That's looking to be open into the middle, but Kobe's in the middle, in the way. As Liam looking to make a play, can't really get it by Flight. The ball looking its way into the middle. Kobe is there, doesn't drop it in. Jason, will he do the job? No, a bit too high up. But Flight nearly slots it in himself. But again, a lot of pressure, but doesn't get rewarded.
We've seen Fearless Bravo score 1 goal in this entire series. Jason claims the hat-trick, but now they need to come back from a 3-goal deficit when the most they've scored in 1 game against this Avalanche roster is 1.
In the total of these 3 games, the total goals by Fearless Bravo, the team that we thought would win 3-1, is currently only able to produce 1 goal in the whole series against this team. Avalanche is just punching them left, right, and center against, shot after shot. Jason, is that a 4th? No! The boost denies it. That must be heartbreaking, but Kobe still applies the pressure on the red side as Raxon looking for a double touch. Jason comes in clutch to get the save. Kobe with the clear, a bit too wide, but Liam pops it out to the side. Flight looking to make a play. Jason does claim a 4th one. What a play between Flight and Jason.
Wow, great pass from Flight again. We saw a similar thing in game 1 for the opening goal where Kobe did it on the opposite corner. But it drops down to Jason. He's got 600 points in the first 2 minutes. He's got 4 goals. What else would you want in a game like this?
Indeed, look at that. Jason, let's just speak about him a bit here. We haven't spoken much of him. He's been stepping up a lot for this team. Like, in this game currently as well, 4 goals. That's something we don't want to dismiss. He's worked his way up. He wants to get that win. Look at that, just save after save, shot after shot. He's doing everything for Avalanche currently, but that's a defensive mistake on his part. Raxon will punish them for it. The first goal and second goal of the series for Fearless Bravo.
Could it be the lifeline which Raxon and this Fearless Bravo side need? They've got 2 minutes and 18 seconds to make a comeback. Do you think it's possible for this Bravo side to pull it off?
If they get their things straight, of course, anything is possible. Potter, don't forget, this is Rocket League, the game that anything will happen. As I speak, look at that. The defensive mistakes from Fearless Bravo gets punished by the man, the myth, Flight himself. Look at that, flying in clutch.
The moment I try and give this Fearless Bravo side any kind of hope, they throw it straight back into my face as Flight claims the 5th goal for Avalanche. As again, Flight off the ceiling. It could fall in the back of the net again for Fearless Bravo. Raxon couldn't find the touch. Liam Nicholas trying to pick it up in midfield, but just leaves the ball. Jason again keeping on offense. I like how this Avalanche have not held back one bit. They're still going full guns and blazing at this Fearless Bravo roster. As that is going to be 6. Cubby couldn't reach it to steal the goal. Flight claims his second, and now he is on for his hat-trick as well.
This might be the dagger, maybe on the game, but it's a huge dagger into the mentalities of Fearless Bravo. It is not a beautiful sight seeing that you're 5 goals down now. Avalanche has stepped up so much. Both of us didn't expect this, you know. We predicted that Fearless Bravo would be taking this series in 3-1 and a 3-2. But you know, so far Avalanche just been steamrolling this team, and look at that. That is the Brazil for Avalanche Flight as well. Look at that, grabbing and securing his first hat trick.
His first hat trick. It could be his only hat trick, as looks like we're not going to be having a 4th game here. It does look like it's going to be closed up in 3-0 for Avalanche. 3 shots for Flight, 3 goals for Flight.
You mentioned earlier a rival sub for Fearless Bravo, wasn't it?
No, it's for Avalanche. It's Cubby stepping up.
Alright. And as we speak, that's an 8-1. Yeah, it's going to be a very tough one, as, you know, look at that. Cubby coming in clutch from the rival. Holy cow. Potter, did you expect Avalanche to just steamroll through Fearless Bravo? Because I didn't.
Well, I mean, of course not. This is why we predicted against them. When we look on paper and you have a rival player coming up, yes, he finished first in conference. Yes, I'm going to lose to him tomorrow in playoffs. But still, it's an amazing achievement. And honestly, I'm lost for words. I'm in absolute awe of this team. 9-1 the scoreline, 40 seconds remaining. And we might as well have a look at who we've got coming up next at this point. Vine, and we've got Argon against Avalanche, it seems to be. I mean, what a matchup that's going to be. We've still got a game going on here. It seems like we've got 2 things. Have us talking on in the background again. Next matchup, whilst this background noise is still on the stream.
You know, speaking about it, Raxon finally does find a second one for himself and the team, but it's still a long way to go. 6 goals needed, 27 seconds remaining. It's doable. Just step on the gas and they can do it. They got this. Meanwhile, on the topic of next series, which is looking to be Avalanche up against Arcade, you said? Argon, sorry. Same name. Arcade, Argon, you know? Never mind. Nonetheless, let's make a little prediction here. Avalanche having the upper hand right now with the momentum that they had, you know, just steamrolling through Fearless Bravo. Congratulations to Avalanche. What a showing that was in this final game. But, of course, they're gonna be going to face, as we said, Argon very shortly. How do you expect it to go after seeing this series?
Well, after seeing this series, I definitely think we've got a game on our hands. I rate this Argon side really, really highly. I haven't watched too much of the Elite Division, but when I have, you look at Skies, you look at J Hills, and you look at Kartoffler as an amazing roster. They had a great run near the start of the season, being in the top 2 for a while, but they've dropped down towards the last couple of weeks. They find themselves in the 4th position in the Ignis Conference, and now they're going to be playing against Avalanche for a chance to play Zala. If they beat them, they move on to Sunday, but we're still far from over here.
Yeah, indeed. It's going to be very interesting to see how they will play, but the most important question, of course, who is your MVP out of the 3 players, Cubby, Jason, and of course, Flight?
Well, I mean, the easy option is to say all of them. How can you say there is one player better than each other on that roster after the performance which we've just seen? But again, you didn't even have to ask me this question. You knew the answer for it. Just given the circumstances, you've got to say that the MVP for that series is Cubby. Didn't do much in that last game, but when you've got a 9-1 scoreline, you don't exactly need to do much. But for the first 2 games, he really stepped up to the plate and was vital in Avalanche's success in this series.
If I'm being honest, yes, I do agree that Cubby is the MVP, but if we see it as well, right, I personally believe Jason is the MVP here. He stepped up a lot in this final game. He did so much for the team to secure that sweep against Fearless Bravo. On paper, a better team, a very strong team. And just knocking them out of play-ins already is just a shocker to everybody. And, you know, the amount of saves he did earlier in game 3, and then the hat trick and just extending it as well. 9-2 they won in that third game. What a dominance. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, who is your MVP? The poll is currently running for 5 minutes, so make your vote. We will be bringing one of them in for an interview very shortly, I believe. Isn't that right, Potter?
I would have to kind of correct you here, but we're not doing interviews for the players.
Oh, really?
That only comes for that last and final game where it'll be it'll be Zalor against whoever from Avalanche against Argon. But I mean, we will be back here in about half an hour's time when that series does get kicked off. I believe you will still be here in the booth. However, I won't be, and somebody else new will be here for that series. But we will see you in about half an hour for Avalanche against Argon.
Pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Gotta pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, can you pray, pray tonight? Baby, can you pray? just like you know. I always want stress like you. Oh, I always want stress like you. Let's go. Careful with your pretty eyes and run with me. Cause you and I are a secret. Feel my drift against your skin. Cause honestly, let's hold our breath. This is so real. Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight. Careful with your pretty eyes and run with me. Cause you and I are a secret. Feel my drift against your skin. Cause honestly, let's hold our breath. This is so real. Just you and me, let's escape, girl, tonight.
Visions of you, with you. I'll be irritating. Visions of you, with you. Tonight, I'll be irritating. I'll be irritating.
I didn't hit you back when you call my line. Oh, did you even need to talk? Or you wasting time declining all your FaceTime calls? Cause you're not my vibe, oh God, just let me go to sleep. Someone get high with me. Yeah, cause I'm running away. I'm looking for space. Looking for space. I'm healing from all of the pain. I'm running away. Cause I feel lost right now, and it's hard to breathe. And I've lost myself. What happened to me? What happened to me? Made myself clear, but I guess you didn't hear. Now stop texting every second, I just wanna disappear. Like a fly up in my ear, you don't ever wanna stop. Yeah, you have me kicking rocks, just leave me alone for once. Just leave me alone, I'm running away. I'm looking for space. I'm healing from all of the pain. I'm running away. Cause I feel lost right now, and it's hard to breathe. And I've lost myself. What happened to me? What happened to me? Mama said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky. All the pressure blinded me, but now I see I'm no different from the rest. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling. You said I'd fly anywhere, but I keep on falling. But I keep on falling. We're all searching for that open door. Show me proof that there is something more. I just hope I am okay with the choices I make. Maybe then I'll understand. You said I'd fly away, but my walls have kept me down. Now I'm lost and I'm afraid, and I'm close to hit the ground. You said I'd fly away. You said I'd fly anyway, but I keep on falling.
a place of hardship to a place of ease comes a place of flourish. In return, it's for a reason. That I couldn't say it. Yeah. I don't find time to debate if I deserve growth or if maybe I should preserve coping by hating you, adoring you. And say what you want, but I'm not okay with my brain anymore. I'm not okay with the way that it comes. Hardship, misfortune, so maybe before, maybe before, maybe before, maybe before. Find the time to celebrate, reason to admire my trust. I need to find myself and cry before I can.
And good evening, welcome, Elite Play-ins. Semi-final, the second semi-final. We have Argon up against Avalanche. And joining me here is a very excited Ice Davey for his first cast. Mr. Davey, how you feeling about being pressed into duty urgently, last minute, no time to think?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Greybeard. Yeah, this is my first time, so go easy on me. But it's an honour to be able to cast for RSC tonight, and I'm looking forward to an excellent elite semi-final, playing semi-final tonight.
It's actually really, I really enjoy playing, casting with people who actually play the game at a higher level, well, certainly a higher level than me, because it's nice to have people who kind of actually know what goes on in the game and have the experience of having been on the field and been under the pressure of the competitive scene. So I'm sure it will be fabulous. So Argon and Avalanche, and as you would expect with play-ins, I mean, very closely matched. Fourth place plays fifth place. And looking over their stats, I don't know if you've had a chance to do that with the amount of prep time you've had, Davey, but I mean, relatively similarly matched. Amazingly, Argon, I beg your pardon, Avalanche in league play, won 36 games, lost 36 games. So bang on 50%.
I do love an even stat like that. But yeah, look, as you say, looking down the list, it's amazing how even these teams are. There's not a huge difference in goals for against. A few more saves for Avalanche, a little bit more demos. That shooting percentage is a little below 30%, which is generally the marker you like to see. So maybe that comes into effect a little bit more. But if we go over to the roster stats now.
Yeah, go ahead. Davey?
We got those. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we good.
Well, just gonna see. There we go. Right. I think the one that stands out for me here is Flight on Avalanche with 110 saves in 70 games. That is an extraordinary amount of defensive work that he's doing. So
now
wonderful to see that.
Is that just because he's always in the right place at the right time, or is team getting him in trouble a lot of the time?
Maybe. I think we'll find out in the game if they're inviting too much pressure, or whether it's just it's a really, really good defense when required. But generally, there's Flight and Jason quite similar on the goal stats. 44 assists is quite a lot as well. You don't often see huge assist numbers. But I think if we look at the Argon side, clearly the key player there is Skies, who was, I believe, my former GM as well, playing in Elite. Looks like it's Skies, Jay Hills, and Carl Toffler. Again, Skies with the stats to back up the being main roster. Good goal participation across the whole lot as well.
I wonder how much of because Sky's clearly the key player for Argon. Over on Avalanche, you've got Flight and Anthony, or Flight and Jason, who are both kind of up there on the scoring. And I wonder if that makes a difference, where you got two people quite involved offensively, where Sky's sort of the lone key man, and that might be a bit unfair to the rest of the team, but I don't know what your thoughts on that are.
Yeah, I think he's clearly I've played against him a few times, and he's got all the mechanics. He's very fast. He's very, very technical in the game. So hopefully we see him being the main offensive player going forward and being able to create and force the pressure moving forward. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Obviously, Avalanche coming in with the 3-0 sweep in the previous round, so they will have they've got the time on the stream. They've got the nerves out of the way. Maybe they'll be a little bit cold coming into this with a bit of a break. Maybe Argon have been scrimming, so it'll be interesting to see how they come onto the field.
Well, it will be very interesting to see, and I think now would be the time to see it. So I think let's get the players in there and get this underway. Are you feeling in the mood to give a prediction on which way you think this is going to go?
Oh, let's go for it. I think I'm going to tend towards Argon. I think I'm going to say, I think we're going to go for a best of 5. I think we're going to go all 5 games, 3-2, Argon.
All right, fine. Well, you know what? Just to be slightly contrarian, I'm going to back Avalanche, but I will go with the same score prediction because we always wanted to go to the decider.
Oh, what a start from
Oh my, what just happened here? I out of the corner of my eye, I thought that he didn't have that, but my goodness, what an exquisite read to get things going. And just like that, Avalanche out of the gate.
Very, very fast from Cubby there. Straight up with a double tap. Really nice mechanical play to set us off within the first 10 seconds. That's confidence right there. Here comes Skies on the dribble. That's Kartoffler. What a save by Flight. Tries to control it, gets it past J Hills and into the midfield. Flight looking to fake out the player and does just that. Fakes him out. What a goal from Flight there. Nice
Pretty
flip.
much a solo goal all the way, and I love as that was happening. You said he's looking to fake him out, and by the time it finished coming out of your mouth, it was already done.
2-0 lead already for Avalanche. A very fast start in game one. Just wondered whether the time on stream just before would settle their nerves a little bit quicker. Getting a little bit nervy from Argon. A few mistouches coming out now. Not able to really keep up the pressure so far.
Yeah, well, we're only a minute in, so they're probably still taking time to settle. But you don't want to concede. I mean, they've already conceded 2. You don't want to find yourself 3 behind by the time you're sort of like, okay, good, we're here, we're ready to play. Look, it is a game 1. First game is a best of 5, so there is a bit of time. But my word, as you've mentioned, Avalanche with their win in the previous round, feeling. Well, they'll feel like they're on a bit of a roll, a bit of momentum, and you don't want that confidence in them peaking too high. J Hills, though, the net's open. If he can get the touch on it, he does, but Flight is up, and it's incredibly awkward.
Flight. Flight is doing a lot of work for his team here. Talked about the save stat beforehand, and it's coming into effect there. Beautiful save there, and to cover the second shot as well, but that is an open net. Third man pushing up way too much, and J Hills bangs in probably one of the easier goals of the series with a nice little dunk.
And the danger here is that it's been such a good game for Avalanche, and they would have felt a massive amount of momentum, and then you kind of give away a relatively easy goal, and now suddenly you're gonna have Argon settling, I think, and nothing settles a team like getting that first goal on. And one suspects there's going to be more to come. Kartoffler with a little bit of an awkward clear there. Flight has it, as you mentioned, doing a lot of work looking for the goal. It would have been quite spectacular. It doesn't come off 2-1, but their pressure continues.
I couldn't agree more. I think with the first game, it's important to size out your opponent, but getting the first goal on the board is critical. It gets the comms up, it gets you hyped, and you're back in the series. But with about half of game 1 to go, it's really anyone's game here. Nice bump there to get Kartoffler off the ball. Fight again with the read on the wall. And you go for this
Flight
one.
Earlier. Oh my goodness gracious. You were talking about Flight earlier and the amount of work that he's doing. He is so involved in this game. Every play you look around, Flight is somewhere involved. Now he's going to put one off the backboard. Is that it? It's a slow looper, the worst kind, and it finds its way home.
That's painful from Argon's position. They left their backboard undefended for almost the entirety of that play, and you really can't do that at the elite level. You're going to get punished, either with a double tap or just with that pressure that Avalanche were able to bring out, and this is a really impressive game 1 from them.
Yeah, it's been very good, but if there's one thing I've learned in watching series, this is going to be a goal. J Hills is going to score and get there, and I see we're also bugging on the looking at the player card. J Hills has 0 stats for everything, which possibly can't be true. J Hills getting his second goal, and now it's within 1 goal, and for as long as there's only 1 goal in it, anything can happen. You're always in it with just 1 goal.
Just as I said, Avalanche are having a really impressive game 1. They've left their third man wandering twice in a row now. And if they keep doing that, as I said before, they will get punished. And that is...
Yeah, well, it's the two sides of the picture, isn't it? I mean, they looked very impressive in terms of their pressure, getting forward, getting themselves into threatening positions. But they gotta close the door at the back, because they're allowing the counters, and that's always going to get you in trouble.
Yeah, this elite level, everyone's so mechanical, so solid with their shooting. and they don't tend to miss all those kind of opportunities. So you have to get the ball clear. You have to have a solid third man rotation and good communication. And again, a bit of a double commit in the corner, and that is punished by Avalanche. Cubby on the board again.
Oof, look at that. Davey, that blue side there on the wall was heavily populated by Argon players, and once it got past them, they were dead to rights.
Absolutely. It's now 4-2, just coming into the final minute now. I think if Argon can get the next goal, it makes for a very tasty final minute or so. But they need to be pushing up pretty soon to get enough time to do that.
Oh,
Missing
Skies with the
midfield.
whip, he's going to be in massive trouble. Yeah. Or Flight misses. Jason can't get the shot on, and that really would have put it to bed. But with 45 seconds to go, Argon's still in it, but rapidly running out of time.
They look nervy, Argon. There's a few whiffs coming out in defence, some important touches being missed, and it's just inviting pressure from Avalanche. And they're really taking advantage of it. They look like they're able to maintain the pressure. That's a nice shot there, and that is into the corner. And that is, dare I say, possibly game one over. We don't want to call it too early, but with 3 goals, Argon just don't look like they might going to come back into this game.
Davey, if I think you can dare. I think you can be bold, brave,
I've
and
seen
throw
it
it out
happen.
there. that Avalanche have got it.
Already not going for kick-off as well, so I think even they think this game one's over. They're probably mentally resetting for game 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we look at the positives, they've scored twice, so they at least know they can score. It's far better than a shutout. But, yeah, they got to get themselves settled. You know, best of 5, you lose game 1, not the end of the world. But it rapidly goes downhill if you don't get yourself sorted. And they don't want to put themselves in the reverse sweep position. But Avalanche do take game number 1.
It's really impressive from Avalanche. I've just been reading chat and actually realised that Cubby is indeed subbing up from Rival as well. So it makes this even more impressive from Avalanche that they have a Rival sub up as well. You know, Cubby's a very, very good player. So can easily fit in, and proving that he can definitely fit in at this level. Yeah.
And
Even more impressive from Avalanche.
And surprising for me is the low demo count. So not a very physical game. Argon not getting a single demo, and it's such a meta right now. And maybe that's an area where they can prove, maybe in their demos and tightening up at the back, Davey.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's been some double commits, some whiffs. Argon do look a little bit nervous, so hopefully with game 1 out the way, they can have a good chat in the comms in this minute, and they can regain, go for game 2. But they need to up that pressure, as you rightly say. 0 demos isn't really going to cut it. They need to be upping the physical play, keeping that pressure in offense, and start to suffocate Avalanche at the back. Boost starves, bumps, little demos here and there. We're about to get into game 2.
I mean, given the fact that they are as close as they are in their respective conferences, I mean, I fully expect Argon to come back here, and they do have the better record in terms of games that they've won. So I'd be very surprised if we don't see Argon making a massive play here and a massive comeback. Jay Hill's the scorer. Oh, he's been dispossessed. It's danger and awkward skies. Guy seems a little off his game. A number of whiffs coming out early here in the second game, but a few we saw in game 1 as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nerves look like they've continued a little bit into game 2. Again, that backboard is undefended, and that is a nice drop down. Little bouncing shot from Flight. And again, keep mentioning his name, but Flight is definitely the key player for this Avalanche team. Really coming in clutch in game 1 and the start of game 2. That is an early lead, which will do nothing to settle Argon into this series.
What interested me about that play, though, we spoke about their vulnerability at the back. Both the goals they conceded last game were on counters. They got the goal there, but by the time it went in, all players from Avalanche were right up on the Argon goal line. So they're very aggressive that way and play a very high line.
It's high risk, high reward, I suppose. If you're able to get that pressure and keep it, then we get a goal from Jay Hills, and that's a good time to get back into the game. Not letting
Oh my goodness
Got a
gracious.
nice little double tap from Kartoffler to get the ball in the middle, and a really nice finish from J Hills.
And the setup play from Skies was good to see, and maybe that'll settle him as well. His passing work off the wall to get in the middle, and then following through with the bump,
Good
and
save.
almost the insta response. Important save, flight into the middle. No teammates in support to try and get a shot on goal. Both his teammates had gone back, clearly out of boost and wanting to kind of fill those tanks, but possibly an opportunity gone. So an even game, minute and 10 in. Oh, J Hills is nearly dunked out. Cubby now will bring it in toward the net. Kartoffler will get it clear. The pass into the middle from Skies. The shot on target. Oh, and Flight. Desperate dive to put it wide.
Light again on the save, really important. That's just wide there. And Avalanche will be able to take the ball away. Like, Flight probably could have controlled that, but instead gives away possession. But they can't get it out, Argon. And it comes back into the midfield from Flight. Kartoffler's there to meet. Bit awkward with Jason in the middle here. But some nice touches control there. Flight should clear this away. But again, all three players, that's a nice touch though, all three players are in a very similar position on the field. Oof. Bit of a double commit on the backboard. Again, Argon get away with it. A little bit of an awkward touch from Skies there.
I mean, Flight, I think, has had a couple of saves in this game already, and I mean, we were talking about him pre-game with 110 saves, and we asked the question, Davey, is it the shot on target? Cubby can't get the save, and Flight is nowhere near to be able to affect that. And Skies, and I think if he starts to settle, if he starts to have a good game, which there are signs that may be happening, then I think we're going to see Argon getting right back into things, and for the first time they have a lead.
Avalanche are really struggling with the third man rotation. Caught out a number of times in game one, and were caught out again there. Cubby too far up, had too far to close the distance, and Skies was able to pass the ball off the wall to himself, and a really clever finish into the corner. It's a nice touch from Cubby into the centre, yeah.
And I mean, we were asking the question, and the point I was trying to make is we led up to that goal. There might be another one here. It's high and loose in front. Skies is up toward the net, easily cut out. Oh, and now it's Argon who might get punished at the back. Only J Hill's in net, but he stands his ground, gets the save, but it's not enough. Cubby with the follow-up.
That offensive pressure from Avalanche when they commit the men forward and you don't get the clearance. Cubby comes in with the finish. Nice bottom corner, undefended net. It's 2-2. 2 minutes to go in game two. But a much closer game, this one, it seems like. It really could go either way. Whichever team can clear up their defensive rotations and can get their backboard defense going will probably take this game, I think.
Flight can't get the complete the clear. Cubby though might. No, it isn't. Oh, Flight's going to put it across the net into the opposing corner. J Hill's looking for a shot, blocked out, but the ball setting up camp in the red corner is now finally cleared and brought right back by Skies. J Hill's up. He's going to bring it down off the back wall. Kartoffler's up. Guys, I think Skies and J Hills may be getting in each other's way there. Either way, no effective shot on goal.
A little bit of some awkward touches there. I hate those ones where they bounce down off that little corner above the goal, little waterfall down. They're a real nightmare to defend. But Argon managed it this time. Sorry, Avalanche managed it this time. And Argon are back on the offense.
They are struggling because they're only getting sort of brief clearances, and then it's right back in their corner, and it's a scramble for them. J Hills now. Oh, I'm not sure what the plan was there, but it's floating into the middle. Skies will pick it up, touches it, trying to bring it around. Long clear from Cubby. Jason on the end of it, but it should be easily picked up and taken out by J Hills here, which it is. He's only got 10 boost. Can he set up a pass? His teammates too far behind, but Kartoffler's going to pick it up here. That's toward the net, kisses the crossbar. J Hills can't complete. So close.
Nice aggressive cut there from J Hills, but was just unable to find the finish. A nice touch round two in the midfield to set up that chance, but just couldn't quite finish it. We might be getting a game 2 overtime here, Greybeard.
And I think that, well, that more than anything tells us how much the game has tightened up. Avalanche having the best of it by some distance in game one, tightened up remarkably, considerably here in game two, and we find ourselves in a 2-all overtime. And a really important one here for Argon. They really, really want to level up the series. Of course, Cubby, his shot is not strong. Kartoffler's clear is only half, but it is picked up by Skies. And we don't have the insta wrap up in overtime. We're about to pass 30 seconds, so it may well be a long one. Or no, yes.
Nothing worse than conceding a kickoff goal in overtime. Get all the way to overtime, and then you concede in the first 5 seconds. There's some really nice touches coming out from J Hills and Skies to try and beat someone who challenges them early, but their teammates aren't committing to follow up on that. So if they can commit the second man up to follow, they might start to get some chances if they can deceive an Avalanche player with their little cheeky touches.
Well, what's good for Avalanche here in the overtime is that they have got themselves into more of a pressure position. They spent so much of the back end of regulation time in their own half and in their corners trying desperately to clear it. But since the sort of reset of the kickoff in overtime, they've been able to pressure the Argon net and get and kind of level the playing field for themselves a little bit, so they're not on that sort of desperately trying to clear it all the time. The long high shot, Skies down and cleared away by Cubby.
Double commit clear gets it. Double commit gets it clear, but again, not really anyone committing to that touch. Maybe they weren't expecting Skies to get that drop down. That was a good chance there. They committed a player. Nice pitch across the middle. That's a good touch from Skies. Can he beat Flight? Oh, a speed from Flight. He can't get the rebound. That's unfortunate. A really nice save to snuff out the first chance, but he just couldn't. Quite a little bit of a bump there from Skies. Probably didn't help, but he just couldn't quite read the second touch. But we have an even series now, 1-1. That's a really important game for Argon to take. You don't want to be conceding a triple match point this early.
All right, well, the best of 5 suddenly becomes a best of 3, and as you've pointed out, a really important game for Argon to win. They're fully back into it and looked much, much better in this game, had some really good moments, stuck to their task. It was tight and close, and it could have gone down. We're in overtime. Anything happens there, but they have pushed through. 3-2, they take game 2, and now game 3 becomes stunningly important.
We're down to a best of 3 now, but 6 saves from Flight. We spoke about him at the start of the series being the key player for Avalanche, and he's proving just so. 745 points and 6 saves on the board. Definitely coming in clutch defensively for his team.
And that puts him at well over 120 saves for the season, including league play. So, well, there was a point I was trying to make several times, because I had the question, is he getting all of those saves because he just knows how to be in the right place, or is team putting him under pressure? And I think there's a good balance of both of those based on what we've seen here, Dave.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that. You can see him being sort of last man, trying to clutch out some saves, because the rotation isn't quite there in his team. They didn't quite get away with it in this game. So we start off game 3. Out to a best of 3. Right.
All right.
A neutral kickoff. Yeah.
Away they go. An all-important game number 3 here. Ooh. Jason's got an opportunity if he can make it quick. The clear is only half red off the backboard. Luckily, no one there from Avalanche to punish it, and they will be able to get out of their half, if only briefly.
They're not able to take control from that, which invites Avalanche back to pressure, and that's a lovely... Oh, that's a goal for Flight. I thought Cubby would have scored that. That's a lovely touch off the wall from Cubby there.
I think it was an insurance finish here from Flight.
He almost saved it as well. That would have been quite a contender for fail of the week if he'd saved that one.
Yeah, how does that feel? I'm sure you've been there, the sort of team save of a great play, but it doesn't happen. Avalanche, they take first blood, an early advantage. Although, okay, it was loose in the middle. I thought there might be a chance. It's not. Jason will get it forward via the wall. And Avalanche look definitely having the best of things here in the opening minute, game 3.
I think that's all 3 games now they've taken the lead, I think. If I remember rightly from game 1, Avalanche have taken an early lead within the first 30-40 seconds, which really puts the pressure on Argon. It was a nice touch from J Hills into the middle, but it didn't seem like anyone was wanting to commit to it. That's a nice touch though. Cubby centres the ball to his own team, but Jason's up to bail him out. And Cubby with the pressure gets the ball clear. Sky's able to take his time a little bit, misses it, but his teammate comes in to take over. Blight's up, dropping the ball mid. Cubby's up to read, the ball's going to drop down, but that's a nice touch by Sky's off the backboard. But Jason, looking like Avalanche are upping the pressure a little bit, so hopefully we see Argon able to relieve that a little bit, start to come forward.
Well, we've seen from earlier in this series that when Avalanche are pushing hard, when they're building that pressure, there are going to be opportunities for a counter, and I think Argon should be hopefully keeping an eye open for that, because at some point there's probably going to be too high a push. If they manage to defend and keep it out, which they can't, Flight will get the goal and get them 2 in front.
All about the assist from Jason. This really nice touch, reading that off the backboard, dropping it centre for an easy finish for Flight. But that was all about the pass there. Excellent assist from Jason. And it's a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and it's feeling a little bit more like game 1 here, the way Avalanche are approaching this game and how they're doing in this game, where Argon are just not entirely sure what they should be doing to get the ball out of their half and build some threatening pressure on the other side. Cubby will take it off the backboard, off the ceiling, and will get it just about to the halfway line.
For me, Argon are looking a little bit like it's a sort of team of individuals trying to make individual plays and aren't quite able to tie it all together into a team play just yet, like they were able to do, but much better in game 2. As you say, I think since you pointed it out in game 1, I can't remember seeing a demo in this series yet. I'm probably wrong on that one, but definitely, well, there's one, just as I say.
There's one there. There you go.
But Caster Curse absolutely coming through.
Oh dear, and with under 2 minutes remaining now, a 3-goal lead, and that might be, I mean, it's certainly plenty of time, but given how the series has gone, and in particular how this game has gone, it's going to be a tough ask for Argon.
Yeah, it's just good pressure from Avalanche, getting the ball across, bit of a static goalkeeper, unable to come across and make the save, and the 3-goal lead, Avalanche will be feeling very, very comfortable here.
As they should be, and now it's pretty much about. I mean, they don't need to score again, so they certainly don't need to be pushing up as high as they have been. But they are going to concede here, and just when it looks rosy and comfortable, they do concede, and just to make it a little sweaty.
We've got a game on right now, but yeah, a little bit of an interesting touch on defense there, looking to try and knock the ball past the Argon player, but just gets the dunk on him, drops it up, and then Skies with the nice finish. Maybe we've got a game on our hands here.
All right, well, the winner of this, as a reminder, goes on to play the play-ins final for a spot in the playoffs. The winner here going to go forward and play against Zalo, who are kind of waiting in the wings, trying to keep themselves warm, no doubt, because whoever wins this is going to have a bit of time on the field, as you've pointed out, Davey, some time on stream, time playing competitively tonight, and to get set up for it.
Unfortunately, they didn't help us in the Challenger play-ins a couple of weeks ago, sadly.
Oh, Jason! He doesn't
could have
find
been
it.
the
That would have put the kibosh on it for sure, but it is missed. But it will go in now. Cubby with the finish.
Where is the defense, Greybeard? Where has it gone? Where was
Skies going? Was he expecting the pass upfield, which never came?
And there's no one back post, and that is an easy finish. And that could put the ice on game 3, I think.
So Argon devolving a little bit here in game 3. They had a great game 2, made it really, really close, but they've pretty much allowed Avalanche here in game 3 to run a little riot and take over and control proceedings.
It is looking very comfortable from Avalanche, and worth reminding that they do have a rival sub-up who's playing very, very well in this series, Cubby, it must be said. And again, is there anyone home? No. And that's 5. And it's all gone to pot a little bit for Argon here. I mean, you can't really blame them with a few seconds to go. You're not going to win the game. But this is all just extra momentum for Avalanche. You really want to be getting the last goal if you can, just to bring some momentum into game 4, which is a do-or-die game for Argon moving forward now.
Well, yeah, they're going to have to win 2 in a row. And similar to what I said at the end of game 1, I do expect Argon to figure this out and come back a lot stronger in this game. But then if they do go forward and win game 4, they can't afford a similar pattern of like, okay, we've won a game, now we can chill out. They've got to push hard for 2 consecutive games.
Yeah, I'd like to see them keep up their offensive pressure that they've shown very well in games 1 and 3, and Flight again with over 700 points, with stats all across the board, goals, assists, shots and saves. So really doing work for his team. But Cubby is stepping up very nicely in this series so far, with some 2 goals. And there's goals spread across the team as well, so it's not one individual carry. Everyone is stepping up for the Avalanche team, and it's very impressive so far.
Yeah, you alluded to it in the middle of that game where Argon are feeling a little bit like a solo queued lobby. They're not so each player trying to make an impact on the game. Where Avalanche have been slightly better at the team build up. If there's any criticism there, they do tend to go quite high up and possibly leave themselves vulnerable. But they are at least moving forward as a unit.
Yeah, that overcommitment of the third man is definitely working in Avalanche's favour. It's really keeping the pressure up, and Argon don't seem to be able to punish it. They managed it in a couple of goals in game 1 and in game 2, but they really need to find that punishment in game 4. They want to take this to a 5th game decider.
Well, it's do or die time for Argon. They got to get it together. Get it together fast. Oh no, this might be a disaster.
Oh my goodness.
It is so. Oh my word! A sequence
get
of
away with
comedic
that?
errors. Somehow they survive, and in a bizarre sort of way, it might give them a bit of confidence that they're flipping and flopping and scrambling and somehow don't lead.
But what's telling about that play is after the awkward miss, nobody from Argon was there to punish it. The second man should be coming in and cleaning that shot up easily, but they all were very hesitant at the beginning of the game 4 to really push up. And they would have taken the lead for the first time in the series.
Yeah, it would have been good for them. And there we saw what we've been speaking about over and over here. Avalanche committing really high up. They were under massive pressure at the back. But Argon were just really pedestrian and slow in trying to make a threat of it. Cubby trying to fake his way through, but it is red. Kartoffler, this is awkward. Jay Hills with a shot, the touch. And what a save. And would you believe it?
He has come in close.
Flight there to do it.
It does seem like Argon are just a fraction of a second too late to some of these touches. If they were just a little bit quicker, they could have taken a few more goals out of this. But there's still time. 0-0. They haven't conceded early this time, which is different from most of the other games. We're a minute and a half in, and there has been now a goal for Argon. It's just as I was talking about it being 0-0. A nice 50 into the middle, and Skies with a neat finish into the corner.
Yeah, so for the first time, they do take a lead. They take the first goal in a game. And out the gate, based on what we've seen in the last minute and a half, it is already a better game for Argon. And if they had been that sort of yard quicker, as you pointed out, they could have had at least 1, maybe 2 more. So that if they step on the gas a little bit, maybe they can put Avalanche under more pressure than they've been under. But you've been asking about their defense. Where is it now? They're not punished, but really, really should have been.
What's an important miss and a demo. The demo was critical here, but this is good cut from Flight. gets the touch from the miss, gets the demo, and Skies cannot make the save. Cubby with the easy finish.
Yeah,
That
Jay
is-
Hill's there trying to get a touch to clear it, completely whiffs it, and the man behind him removed from play, and it was a goal all the way there. An Avalanche, now that they've leveled up immediately after the kickoff, putting Argon under pressure. Skies having to get it clear. Oh, and Cubby coming off the wall, wanted to put it back into a pressure position. It didn't go for him, but they have managed to get it in there. Jay Hills, can he control this? No, he goes past it completely. And again, like game 2, Davey, more of an even game.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't seem like Argon are really going to be able to stretch a lead out in these games. Like Avalanche is just going to peg them back. But it was nice to see Jay Hills there with a little bit of pressure as he moved forward. And that's a little bit awkward for Argon. Again, caught with no one back post, no rotation. Jay Hills tries to get the clear, but it's intercepted. And that is a goal steal, if I ever see one. But it doesn't matter who scores them, as long as it goes in.
Yeah, and it gets really awkward when you go for the steal and then land up whacking it on the post and out or something.
But again, Argon were gambling on a better clear from Jay Hills there. It just didn't quite come in. And again, no one home for the save. Really been a feature of this series so far.
All right, so what has been a little bit of a struggle for Argon, and amongst other things, is holding on to a lead. But they've managed. They took the early lead, gave it up, went behind, but they have now leveled it up, so they're right back in it.
Again, a very crowded back corner. I think you pointed out in game 1. There's a lot of cars in one small area there, and again punished by Argon.
All right, well, this was our overtime score all the way back in game 2. Given the amount of time, I don't expect it will end on game. It might still go to overtime, but I don't think it's going to be all overtime.
No, looking at the previous matches from these two teams in league play, there are a lot of high-scoring games. I think I only counted one game where there was less than 4 goals scored in a game. So there are a lot of high-scoring games. So defense optional, I think, is a good term for. That's a nice finish from Cubby, though. He's really stepping up as a rival sub-up.
But
Nice touch
for me,
by Jason.
the feature of this play, probably the 10-12 seconds leading up to it, was, and we alluded to it between games, the Avalanche moving forward as a unit. The team plays there. The whole team's kind of involved in them, and that has worked well for them when it has happened.
When they get the pressure, they're able to commit at least one, sometimes two, other players up, which gives Argon really no chance to. They'll get punished on weak clears or any missed touches, and Avalanche are really benefiting from that very, very well in this series.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about their whatever their defensive issues are. I mean, I guess a good philosophy is if you're scoring lots of goals, you don't need to be brilliant in defense. You just need to defend out, 1 or 2 goals less than you've scored.
We'll score more than you, and then we'll win the result. Absolutely. I think maybe from an Avalanche point of view, they're not so familiar with playing with Cubby. It might be just a case of getting used to each other's rotations. They've maybe only played this last series and a scrim, but it's working so far.
Well,
And
we've
there's
got 12
to
seconds.
go.
Yeah, exactly.
This game's flown by.
It has, and it is Argon who are in trouble here. They've got possession, or at least they did have possession, and this is probably going to see out the clock.
Can they
the
keep it up
time
on
has
0
run.
seconds?
I don't know that they're going to keep it up for long
No.
enough. They can't. Avalanche take game number 3. They take the series. They win the semi-final and will go on to meet Zalor for a spot in the playoffs.
They're climbing the ladder, Greybeard. Only one team has done it this week, so these last couple of weeks so far, Masai and Challenger. And can Avalanche do the same thing and go all the way through the ladder, the gauntlet, the final boss upcoming with Zala? So on this type of performance, they're going to have to tighten up the defense. I think there's a lot of overcommitment of the third man, but if they can keep up that pressure and then Blight can come in clutch, then they've got a great chance.
Well, the bad news, the good news, the reality of things is, now you're into the sort of elimination brackets, and every game gets harder. Every game you're playing a better team than the one before. So while Argon weren't able to punish the mistakes being made by Avalanche and their defense on occasion, the teams they're going to come up against in the next round certainly will be. So definitely something for them to work on. But it has to be said, big up to them. They've come through and they go for a spot in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Best of luck to them. That's got one more series to go, coming up in about 20 minutes' time. So
yeah, indeed it is our final for the night, and that is the final play-ins match to determine who will go through to the playoffs tomorrow. So, yeah, as you've quite rightly pointed out, Davey, in about 15 minutes or so. But how do you feel about your first outing in the casting booth?
I had great fun. Thank you for carrying me at times. But yeah, I had great fun, and it's been an absolute pleasure to cast with you.
Well, good job, and I'm sure it won't be your last. It is one of those things that tends to become, once you've done it once, you want to do it some more. So no doubt we'll see you back. But that'll be it from me, Greybeard and Ice Davey. See you back here in a few minutes.
Up all night by myself, trying to think of ways to you. Your voice stuck in my brain, we never got to see it through. And I know I feel more pain if we're speaking truth. Cause when the daylight comes, I still lose. So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know. Cause when the daylight comes, I still I feel it again, I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again, I just don't know. I just don't know. Looking back at our time, hoping that we did it right. And give me any reason to call you up late at night. And we know it's for the best, I won't put up a fight. Cause when the daylight comes, I still lose. So will I feel it again, I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. Cause when the daylight comes, I still lose. So will I feel it again? I just don't know. And I'm hoping I'll find a way to let go. So if you love me, how could you leave me so low? So will I feel it again? I just don't know. I just don't know. inside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees, and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge. Can you show me how to fix this mess? I am down and on my knees, and I may fall as I'm so close to the edge.
Had a feeling we had something. Could have seen it in your eyes. Took a second, but I'm right here, waiting for you with open arms. How about you coming closer? We can do my place. Maybe we can try meeting up by 7. You'll be saying over, so it's guaranteed. I'll be forever thinking more about you and me. I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you go. Nah. Tell me what you want to know. Run your fingers down me slow. 'Cause you're in my head. You are. 'Cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my what you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my what you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my you're the love that I've been craving. Let me in now, don't be shy. We can be here, so my story, where dreams and reality collide. Are we back to the start? I can play the game, but I'm falling again. No, don't hold back, take it far. Promise you the same, let the pleasure begin. How about you coming closer? We can do my place. Maybe we can try meeting up by 24/7, you'll be taking over, so it's guaranteed. I'll be forever thinking more about you and me. I don't wanna let you go, I don't wanna let you go. Tell me what you want to know. Run your fingers down me so, 'cause you're in my head. You are, 'cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my, I don't wanna let you go, I don't wanna let you go. Tell me what you want to know. Run your fingers down me so, 'cause you're in my head. You are, 'cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my head. What you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my head. What you think? What you think? I don't wanna let you go, I don't wanna let you go. Tell me what you want to know. Your fingers on me so, 'cause you're in my head. You are, 'cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love, 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 fall in love. I don't wanna 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 fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. Yeah.
Lights they flicker and the candles glitter like you're in a thriller. Heart goes pound, pound, pound. Ghostly figures they can get so bitter. Sure you want to until you can turn back now. You don't know where I've been. What's going on inside? Where the monsters like to come alive, come alive. Do you really wanna know me? I'm really not that cozy. It's up to you, so you decide, you decide. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt? Try to break me like a curse, you know that will never work. I'm a little bit absurd. I like dancing on the verge. Anyone can love a pretty little mansion, but could you love a haunted, haunted house? Or could you love me now? A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. A haunted, haunted house. If you're too scared, get out. A haunted, haunted. I'm a haunted house. Na, 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 na. Broken windows and a warning scribbled on my wall saying that you better turn around. Wouldn't be the first to try to burn me down. Your move, you too. Would you love me up my words till the coffin's in the dirt?
Well, good evening. Hello, welcome back. Final stream of the night. Play-ins comes to an end in the next 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how this goes. This determines who goes through to the playoffs tomorrow. So everything to playoff. Avalanche, having had a good run through the play-ins, find themselves in the final, up against Zala, who finished third. So the final hurdle for them, but Zala will be planning to be a massive obstacle. And joining me now, Ice Davey has left, and Dispatch is in the casting.
And it is nice to be back. And as you said, last game of the evening, and what a game we do have for you tonight. And we actually do, on both sides of the pitch, see a rival sub-up for both these teams. Cubby coming in for Avalanche, and then Dem coming in for Zala. So this should be a very interesting matchup.
Well, the big player for Zalo, if you look across the stats, the Yellow Crab is a one-man threes team almost. I'm sure being very ably supported by his teammates, but his top goal scorer, 62 there, 39 assists, 98 saves, rivaling Flight on the other side, who had 110 saves during league play, and during the last series we've just seen, I think had another 12. So those are two very key players on either side.
And yeah, the Yellow Crab, a player I'm familiar with, having him being a two-time winner in IEL, very well known in the community. But as we move on to the team stats here, we do actually see that Zala, a lot more demos than Avalanche side. We might be seeing a lot of aggression coming out from them in this series.
Well, I would expect so. I mean, they are. Well, if we look at the goal, Zala's goal difference is interesting. They actually have a goal difference in the league play of -2. So they score a lot of goals, but they concede a lot as well. But they've done well enough to find themselves in the position they are. Whereas on the other side, Avalanche have scored slightly more goals and conceded slightly less. So from that point of view, better. But Avalanche are on a bit of a run. They must be feeling pretty hot.
And yeah, it's all going to be eyes on Cubby, as I said. The rival player summing up. He's going to be a very interesting player to watch. He's been playing very well, a very heralded player in the rival tier. So him playing up to Elite is definitely not going to be one to disappoint. But as we try and get into this first game here, who are you putting your money on, Greybeard?
Well, you know what? I think on paper we're supposed to put our money on Zala, just given their performance over a long period of time. But I do think there is a case to be made for the momentum of Avalanche right now.
And yeah, if you get this,
Sorry, I was going to say, just to be clear, I'm going with them. I think Avalanche will take it.
and yeah, I think I'll go similar with you here because Jason trying to get an opener, but locked out by Dem. Also the rival suburb he's going to be facing off against Cubby in this matchup. Wait a bit awkward underneath the ball. This one pops over Cubby. Bit of time for Jason now. Bangs this one up high and Cubby on the backboard. Unable to get to it. A bit of time now for Flight. Pops this one middle. Cubby back up again. Trying to go for the double tap. Tries to get around this one and unable to in this middle. And the pressure already coming out from this Avalanche side as the ball finds its way to the backboard. Jason trying to 50-50. Flight saving his own teammate's shot on what could have been an opener for Avalanche as Jason turning that one unable and just hitting the post.
And you know, it's so funny. We were talking about this in the last series because there was almost a team save in that game. It didn't happen, and we were talking about the pain of a team save, and we've just seen one here. And Avalanche were astonishingly good at their pressure play and incredibly aggressive. Flight and Jason, naturally aggressive players, and Cubby looks to enjoy it himself. Their weakness has been at the back. A lot of the goals they conceded were counter goals where they were playing very high up, got caught out on rotation. And if Argon had been a little better at that, they might have been better placed in that last series. So interesting to see if Zala will be better at taking advantage of Avalanche's aggressive play, which continues right here.
That's quite interesting, actually, considering how many saves Flight had in league plays. 110 beating out every single player on the Zala side for saves. So him overcommitting quite a lot and getting scored on is very not indicative of stats. As Jason popping this one middle, a dunk unable to come for Cubby there. This one to the backboard from Flight. Both Cubby and Jason up for this one, but neither of them able to make contact. And a lot of pressure really coming out from Avalanche quite early in this first game.
Well, it's been very good pressure, but it hasn't resulted in a goal. It should have if it hadn't been for the team save. But that starts to wear on you eventually. If you have all the possession, all the territorial advantage, all the pressure, and you can't score, and then you get counted on, it can kind of send you for a bit of a loop. And they haven't scored yet, but neither have Zala, although they haven't had much opportunity.
And yeah, if you look at the scoreboard, no shots on the board yet with nearly half the game gone for Zala. Not able to create any opportunities as Cubby now trying to take this one to the side. Gets the air dribble to the wall, but this one might find its way in, rolling past Jason, and you get the first shot on board of what was nearly a huge error coming out from Jason to let Zala take the lead, but Flight send this one up to the corner, blocked away as this one sent to the side. Jason up for this one, and they're immediately just rushing every ball. They're really not taking time and letting Zala build anything. Blizzy, small touch off the backboard here, decides to take this one low, pops in middle for Dem. Bit of time now, decides to take this one up into the air and immediately blocked out by Cubby, who might try to get another off the ground and unable to get a shot there.
And I just worry for them, you know, with all of their pressure, the fact that they haven't scored, they're the only team to have any decent shots on goal. The longer it goes on without them scoring, I think they might become a little more, push harder and harder and leave themselves more and more vulnerable to the counter. So far, they've been okay, but for all of their pressure, they just can't get through the Zala defense.
Yeah, it's a very strong defense as they try to mount an attack here. Ball floating into the Avalanche box. A bit of time for Jason, beats out one. Cubby trying to beat out Blizzy here, but a strong 50-50 keeps it in the Blizzard half. Yellow Crab now, taking a bit of time, passing this on to Dem, who's immediately cut out by Cubby. 50-50 in this one immediately towards the net. Yellow Crab unable to get a demo here. Flight with a bit of time, tries to get this one past the defense, but Blizzy trying for this one, trying to threaten the defense, but blocked away as Cubby here to collect now. Crab immediately rushing. We're seeing a lot of aggression coming out from the Zala side here as a double commit pinch save comes out, and we finally see what could have been a really good opportunity for this Zala side.
And, you know, for all the pressure that Avalanche has had, they were dominating on shots on goal. They've not had a shot on goal for over a minute and a half. So, which indicates to me that Zala are finally settling. They're starting to find their rhythm. And if they do, and in particular, if Yellow Crab can find his game, it's going to be danger times for Avalanche. But we're heading down to a 0-goal overtime if things don't change quickly.
And yeah, Yellow Crab on the ball here, trying to make something happen, but just goes over him. Dem down to the corner now, gets a second touch actually, and this one threatening in the defense, but Blizzy deals with that one. Jason with a bit of time tries to send this one to battleboard, but Dem there and waiting. Cubby now with a bit of time sends this one to the battleboard again, but Flight unable to make contact. Yellow Crab maybe an opportunity here, doesn't get the flick, and this one spins to the corner. Maybe an opportunity here, but Jason to cut this one out. Now it's on the other end of the pitch, threatening before this ball. Still up actually, Cubby and Flight double committing for that one. This one will find its way to the ground, but no. Yellow Crab keeping this up, and Cubby sends us to an overtime for the first game of this series.
All right, and this may be an indication of where things are going here. Tight game. Good pressure game for the first bit from Avalanche, but then struggling in the second, and Zala slowly getting more and more into the game. So sudden death. There will only be one goal in game one.
Yeah, kind of blocking out an attempt from Jason here. Manages to beat out Flight, but coming underneath that one to get a touch. Dem up for this one, unable to make contact as Cubby still reaching at Flight, threatening the defense, but nothing comes as that one. Jason free jumping this one middle, and they're immediately sending the balls all the way around to the middle, but gets easily read out by the Yellow Crab. And now we're starting to see Zala really break down and see what this Avalanche side is doing to try to break down the defense. They've really learned how to play against it, but as a demo trade comes out here, maybe an opportunity. Cubby absolutely disregarding what I'm saying, flicking it over the last defender, and game one goes to Avalanche.
Yeah, but the demo play there, the defender coming in gets eliminated. Dem left alone in the net, couldn't find the save. And it is Avalanche, and maybe on a balance of play, probably the right team won there. But most certainly Zala finding their feet more and more as that went on. And what fascinated me the most is all the pressure, the 5 shots prior to overtime that Avalanche had were all in the first 3 minutes of the game. They couldn't find another shot in the closing 2 minutes of regulation time. But they find a way in overtime and take game one.
And yeah, a 3-shot difference, but only a 1-save difference in these teams, really showing how aggressive Avalanche have been and well placed with their shots, sending a lot of it to the backboard, making it very awkward for the Zala side to deal with. But once again, Zala, they found their footing around halfway into that game, but just unable to break down what is a very tight Avalanche defense. And the man that you highlighted earlier for assist, Flight, wasn't really actually present in defense compared to his teammates there. So quite interesting to see Jason and Cubby stepping up to hold down the final line.
I'm very interested and fascinated here by the physical play, the demos. A very demo-light opening series, that last semi-final, not a lot of demos. In fact, in this game one, Zala alone had more demos in that single game than the entire series combined between both teams in the first series. So quite something there, but they're not making it work for them. Struggling to find the net. Only 1 goal, but no doubt they're going to be a lot better in this game too.
And yeah, when we do see a 50 demo difference in stats, you can always expect the demos to come out. So Zala, yeah, they had the right idea coming into it. As I said, they found their footing halfway through the game, but just unable to make anything of it. So as we do try and get into this game too, I believe we do have an issue with the players. We do have a few people leaving the lobby. We'll have to see what this is about. We might we will be having a bit of a restart then. But no, yeah. Any final thoughts on that first game as we just try and get back into this lobby?
I think, look, Avalanche went on to win it. I think it was a concern for them that they had so much advantage for so long in that game and were unable to score. And it went on so long that they effectively allowed Zala to finally settle. You know, they've been waiting for this game. Avalanche, this is their 3rd series on the trot. So they're warmed up, they're loose, they've got some momentum. But the fact that they couldn't find the goal allowed Zala to settle and get back in it. And fortunately for them, they did win it in that overtime. If they had lost, I think it might have affected them very negatively, but maybe this will pick them up. But Zala got stronger and stronger, and I think they're going to find it hard going in game 2.
I think that Zala is a team that might be able to build momentum as soon as they get that first goal going. I mean, we saw they did manage to get pressure onto this Avalanche defense, but nothing really able to come of it. So I think that especially the player that you said that needs to step up, the Yellow Crab, if he really gets things going, we saw him really acting like a playmaker of his team, finding the infields and midfield, but nothing was really able to come of it. So if they manage to work on that and keep bringing these demos, keep bringing pressure. We saw Avalanche, we saw a lot of double commits in the defense. If they can really break them down that way, then they'll definitely have a chance to come back in the series, because it is only 1-0, but we did see a very strong showing. But being a 1-0 overtime win, there's obviously still the rest of the series to play for.
The tough thing with these close matchups, though, is that you always expect them to go to a game 5 because it is so close. But because the margins are so thin, the one team can always just get that little bit of luck, that little bit of extra push that sees them winning by a single goal for 3 games in a row. So it's not that uncommon. It's unfortunate, but not that uncommon that with these close matchups, you do see sweeps. So that is certainly on the cards, but game 2 is going to be an important one.
Oh, and yeah, as we do try to get into this game 2, if we do have all the players in the lobby, yes, if someone can tell them that we are ready for the second game, we can try and get underway here as we do see players begin to fill their teams. We do try to kick off into this game 2. I mean, we've spoke about what Zala need to do, but Avalanche, if they can keep up what they're doing, they can probably take the series in a similar fashion to how they played in game 1.
All right, well, away they go. Here we are, game 2. Avalanche looking to press their advantage. Zala looking to fight their way back into it. And I wonder if the single goal game of game 1 is going to be followed by a high scoring game 2. I'm going to call it here and say I think we're going to see 5 goals in the game.
And yeah, I had a series the other day. I can't remember which one it was. It must have been, I think it was rival play-ins, where the first 2 games goalless overtime, then the second one was something like 5-4. It's always inevitable. After a long game, teams feel each other out. They start getting aggressive. They realize what they have to do. As Blizzy trying to put his team on the board here, but nothing comes of it. Dem trying to send us to the bat while playing very well, considering his rival player summing up him and Cubby really fitting into their team. Just Flight with an opportunity here. Pass this one round to Jason, but around the far post, unable to get anything. Yellow Crab with an opportunity. Pops this one, but nothing able to come of it. Cubby now with a bit of time in the corner. Tries to bring the player rushing in, but Blizzy deals with that one perfectly as it pinches up into the midfield. Yellow Crab with a bit of time now. Tries to send this one forward. 50-50 with Flight. Cubby absolutely nowhere, scrambling on the backboard, and the Yellow Crab gets an opener for Zala in game 2.
And this is danger time for Avalanche here. Flight trying to control it. Yellow Crab just bullies it up past him. And Crab completely misreading it. I think clearly expecting a high ball to go toward the back ball. And that one just pinched along the ground. And not enough time to get grounded and get the save. And it is Zala who have a regulation time goal. Our first of the series.
And we'll see if they're able to build on this. Because as I said, this is a team that might get started with a bit of momentum. But Avalanche will definitely have a thing to say about it. And we do see a lot of slow players coming out of midfield. A lot of dribbling coming out from this Avalanche side, but Flight taking this one up into the air now. Tries to get this one middle, tries to get it around Dem, but rolling off the post. Crab and Jason racing for this one as this one pinches to the wall. Flight already there to meet the Yellow Crab out of position, but Dem that's back up. Blizzy getting a reader at middle. Might benefit Cubby here who shoots back post, but Yellow Crab just enough boost to deal with that one. Blizzy 50-50 with Flight now. This one pinching to the side, but Cubby with a bit of time in the corner. So let's pop this one high, met by Dem, but with no boost. Blizzy's up for this one now, 50-50 with Jason, and we're seeing very aggressive and mechanical Rocket League here. Both teams really not giving each other time in the air.
Yeah, and the struggle for Avalanche. I mean, they did win that first game, but it was a struggle for them the whole game to find a net. And on it goes here. And based on what we saw in game 1, 1 goal may well be enough. We're about to hit halfway through the game, and still Avalanche can't find a regulation goal.
And we did see a shift in momentum at the halfway point of the last game. Zala began to pick up, but as we saw, no goals in that game. Not very good example of what's really going on. We do see a demo in the feed, Jason on Blizzy there, but Cubby to pinch this one out. Yellow Crab just popping this one back to the side. A bit of ping pong coming out here. Blizzy touches that one away. Bit of time there, but now Cubby rushing, unable to get that. But Blizzy managing to get a piece on that ball, sending it to the corner and relieving pressure instantly. It really seems like Zala have figured out a way to combat this Avalanche aggression.
Yeah, and they're seeming far more comfortable with dealing with that. Having said that, Blizzy's made things a bit awkward, although the way he's turned around, he's got no boost for the follow, but there was the briefest hint of maybe an open opportunity there. Dem now with the intercept. If he can follow that, I think he got the mid boost, which is going to help. That's going toward the net. What a save! And of course it is Flight, the man who more often than not finds himself in the right place at the right time to bring out those saves.
I can see why Flight had so many saves in league play. That was incredible to stretch across the net here, but he tries to mount an offense to get a leveler here, but starting out this Zala side, see what they can do. Pass coming in middle, but just blocked out by Yellow Crab, and they're really reading what this Avalanche side is doing quite strong, is Dem reading Jason off of that one. Blizzy adding pressure, trying to send this one to the backboard, missing, nearly helping his team there. Crab up to the corner, met with by Cubby, who whiffs that one. Jason sends this one up the wall, Dem trying to meet. Bump comes out, so no follow out from Jason, but Blizzy already to meet. And the boost management is very strong from Zala. They're really keeping Avalanche in their half, but they're not really starving themselves out or overcommitting his third man. They've got enough boost, but Flight nearly putting his team in a dangerous position here. Tries to send this one to the side now. Dribbling it over, but Blizzy pinching this one to the corner now, and it feels like everything Avalanche tries to do, Zala just knows exactly what to do to combat that. They really can't do anything to break away this defense.
Yeah, and I'm just amazed at how low scoring it has been. I mean, these teams do score goals. You know, there's 2 to 3 goals every single game being scored, and we have seen a grand total of 2 goals. 1 goal being enough to win, possibly in both games. 15 seconds for Zala to hold on. But now, final pusher from Avalanche. Jason's on the ball, looking for the pass. Intercept by Dem, which is going to burn a valuable 2-3 seconds off the clock. Blizzy with another touch, another 2 seconds gone. Cubby off the back wall. The touchdown, not enough. It's going straight down. And Zala do bring it back. But my word, it doesn't get much tighter than this. A goal in each game to see the win.
Surprisingly, these have been very back and forth with momentum, though. I mean, it's not exactly been like it's one team dominating the other, as we do get 1-1 in the series here. They've been 1-goal games, but I mean, there could have been way more goals, and you wouldn't even realised it's been that close. So it's very interesting to see those teams match up against each other. But the Yellow Crab stepping up for his team there, getting the most shots on the field. He's really trying to break down and get rid of Flight, who, as we saw him stretching across the net to get an amazing save earlier, he's really trying to combat, and he's focusing on players in particular, placing it just where people can't reach it and making the lives of this Avalanche defense a living hell.
Yeah, well, they've both, it's 6 shot places 4, so it's relatively close there. But again, only the 1 goal. So the defenses of both holding up. The offense of each team struggling to break through. But so it is level, and this is what we expect. And it is Zala this time who manages to pull slightly ahead, doing enough to take game 2. So best of 5 is now best of 3. A really important game 3 coming up.
And yeah, as I said earlier, there was a series I cast the other day where it was only 1 goal, 2 goals in 2 games, and the final one there was 9. So as we get into this game 3 now, I definitely want to see a few more goals coming out as Blizzy transcends this one up to the backboard, but met by Flight. Dem waiting on this one in midfield, gets an awkward touch. This one popping over to his backboard, making it awkward as he cuts front post, but Yellow Crab dealing with it. Flight transferring this one middle but with no boost, tries to get the free flip. Nothing coming of that. Blizzy taking the ball off Dem, gets the 50-50 to the wall, making it awkward. No bump comes out. Flight waiting on that one. Yellow Crab there to cut it out, and Cubby awkward double commit his teammate here, and we're seeing a lot of players flying around this corner for Avalanche. Nothing comes of the shot as Yellow Crab up for a pass from Blizzy. This one coming middle. Blizzy passing this one out to Dem. Might have an opportunity, but high off the bar. Yellow Crab up for this one, trying to keep pressure. Dem steals the boost, leaves this one for Yellow Crab. This one popping down in defense. 2 players go up, but Jason coming, his teammate bails out. Blizzy up to the wall here. It's Flight to bang, but this could be trying to get a free flip. This one barely scraping off the top right corner, and what could be in a good transition play for that one. Flight up now. Cubby maybe with an opportunity. This one front post. Blizzy again diving down from the crossbar, and from what looked like was going to be a certain goal from Zala, we've just seen an absolute flurry of Avalanche shots that nearly went in every single second.
Yeah, Zella has had a very positive start to this game. Good pressure, good territorial advantage. But then suddenly Avalanche breaking out, but neither taking opportunity of their opportunities or taking advantage of their opportunities, and we're pretty much back at the deadlock dispatch where a lot of scrambling, a lot of play, a lot of push and aggression, but not a lot of goals.
Yeah, 7 shots so far this game, but no goals. It's very much paints a picture of how the series has been so far, as Dem once again adds an 8th shot to this. That one hitting the crossbar as it just scrapes past the defense. Double commit coming out as Avalanche tried to mount an attack. Kobe with time now. 2 defenders, fakes out both of them. A third man coming in and nearly taking the entire team with him as he takes that ball to the side, but nothing comes of that one. Jason, 50-50 as Kobe, sending this one back to Jason with no boost. Tries to get this one over, and Dem pops just above the backboard. Flight up for this one now, and we do finally see an opener from Avalanche. The team, 7 shots so far to the Avalanche to the Zala 3, sorry. And Flight finding the top left corner to give them the lead.
So it's their first regulation time goal in like 8.5 minutes of Rocket League. So it's taken them a long time, but they finally break through, and the build-up play to that goal was very good, very aggressive, very quick pressure, which broke down the defense of Zala, and they concede. But here they are trying to bring it right back. The bump from Crab, Dem trying to find somebody, anybody, doesn't find that person, but Blizzy going to bring it right back. The ball is cleared, gives his life for the clear, and a brief awkward moment here for Zala. The pass into the middle is going to be picked up by Dem, and it should be cleared away. So action on both sides. The switchover of pressure happening very quickly now.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of ping pong Rocket League. My favourite phrase when casting, because it's a lot of what we see whenever teams start to get stressed. They start sending the ball to the other side a lot more frequently. Refuse to take their time, but we do see Dem with a little bit of predicament on his hands here, able to deal with that one to the corner. 50-50 in Flight, and Flight being the main aggressor for Avalanche so far this year. He's really meeting all the place the ball is. Cubby barely controlling his car, able to get a pinch over here. Steals the boost, tries to get this one middle, but Dem picking up his saviour there, bailing out this team. Blizzy going to the corner for boost, leaving the net open, and Flight saving Jason's shot there. What could have been a 2-0 lead. Blizzy onto the other side now, trying to 50-50 this one. Cubby, this one up to the backboard. Dem up for that one, but missing and taking that one to the corner, and it's absolutely back and forth from both these teams so far.
And I'm amazed, I was a little shy about predicting a goal count here, because after I got it horribly wrong in game 2, and then you mentioned, the tight opening games, and then in the third one, it's an absolute goal fest. But we're not seeing here. It remains tight, but Blizzy will find. And finally, in one game, we've equaled the series goal count. It's level with 1:14 to go. Zella back in it.
And Yellow Crab there, unable to find the bump, but manages to just threaten Cubby on the goal line, scare him a little bit. But with 1:15 left, this is now anyone's game. But having 2 goals in regulation is a bit exciting considering the last 2 games. But so you might see another one coming here. Cubby send this one to the wall, just a bit over Jason. Yellow Crab, bit of time now, pops this one up, but immediately returned. Dem up in the air now, has a bit of time, doesn't go for the flip reset, tries to just air dribble this one over Flight. Cubby and Jason double committing. Yellow Crab with a chance here, but misses this one. Blizzy missing this one in midfield as well. Dem sending this one high. Tries to get a follow-up touch here. Sends this one towards net. Flight and Jason double committing once again as Flight picks up his save here. And seeing a lot of scrambling for both these teams. Both of them getting quite nervous in the defense.
Yeah, suddenly it's gotten a bit scrappy in the last 30 seconds or so. And I don't know if it's nerves or a little bit of desperation, a combination of two, both keenly aware of what a Game 3 win here means. There's been a demo by Yellow Crab, which might open up a scoring path. Yellow Crab, it's on target! It's saved! Would you believe? By Flight.
And Flight always there, just in every situation. Couldn't even see him behind the first defender there, just stretching, just coming out the shadows to deny a winner for Zalo here as they tried to mount an offense of their own here, but Blizzy blocking this one out as this one might find its way to the ground, but could be something else. Tries to get a bump and gets a demo on Yellow Crab here, and wow, that could have been a horrible turn of events for Zala.
That would have been an epic 0-second finish there, but we have our second overtime in 3 attempts, so continuing to highlight just how close these teams are, and it does make you think, though, the way Avalanche have played, that if they had achieved some level of consistency of this sort of play over the course of the season, perhaps they would have finished a little higher than their fifth place that they ultimately finished in, forcing them into the play-ins, because they've played very well here, and an on-paper better team, Zala, being made to sweat very hard by this Avalanche team.
And considering both teams are playing with rival subs and bringing players up from their franchise, this does not look like anything near anything like that. Both players, Dem and Cubby, really playing up to this elite level as Flight trying to get a shot here, and Dem, the man himself, left scrambling on the back end of the net there, but that one finds its way in from Flight, and we do go 2-1 up in the series for Avalanche.
And the importance of Flight for this team, I don't think can be overstated. He is so involved in attack, a lot in defense, as we've seen in the last series, in this series. And they like their overtimes, Avalanche, winning both of the 2 overtimes we've had. So again, Zala find themselves chasing the game. They got to win 2 on the trot in order to take down this play-ins final and move into the playoffs. So pretty much the question is asked, it falls to them to answer.
And yeah, looking at Flight there, getting more points than both his teammates combined, really playing amazingly. 5 saves, nearly a double save here, and well, 2 goals in 3 shots. That says enough for him. Getting the opener and then getting the goal in overtime. Really the clutch player that this Avalanche side have needed so far. So be interesting how he steps up, because now the pressure is on Zala to return. They did get the win in game 2, but with how well Avalanche are playing right now, you've really got to question what position does this put Zala in?
But again, these 2 teams are so close. Looking at the stats throughout the series, again, the shot count to 13 and 12, it is so close. And it just comes down to, okay, who can hold their nerve long enough to score that solitary goal that's going to take them the game. But here we are. It is Avalanche. They've been here before, winning the semi-final 3-1. They're going to look to repeat that here in the play-ins final. Take down Zala 3-1, move into the playoffs. But of course, Zala will be working very hard to spoil their party and push them into a deciding game 5.
What a run that would have been from Avalanche as well, as Jason taking this one home to the backboard. Flight once again there for that one, but missing with Cubby to collect here. This one into the corner. Dem getting a 50-50, leaving this one for Crab. Actually, the pinch comes out, a bit of a double commit, but works out in their favour. Blizzy transferring this one to the backboard. Flight with a bit of time, tries to air dribble this one out, leaving Cubby now with space. Once again, another air dribble out of defense, gets it over 1. Tries to 50-50 this one with Crab, but Jason there to follow up. Flight already pre-jumping this one across the box, and playing very patient on the goal line there from Zala to deny anything coming in, as Dem air dribbling over the entire pitch, trying to find the top right corner, but nothing comes of it.
It was looking really good until it didn't go in. But so the first minute completes, like what has been the routine in every game. Long stretches of play with no goal. The first minute wraps. We're into the second. Either looking to press an advantage here. None to be found yet. Dem coming in long distance in the air, trying to get a block on that ball. Misses completely. And they're deadlocked. This is how it feels, as they are almost cancelling each other out.
You do see Demos coming in. Demo coming in this one. This one up to the backboard to Blizzy, but somehow missing the open net. That one trying to go to the backboard and really got to be kicking himself from what looked like was going to be an easy goal coming in for Zala to take the lead, and somehow knocking that one down. Maybe not enough boost, but Cubby now trying to send this one to the side. Yellow Crab missing this one, faking out Flight, winning this Flight. Being 50-50 this back, but Blizzy maybe a chance to atone for his sins here, but Jason had to block that one, and Zala, wow, that was such a missed opportunity for them, unable to score on what looked like an easy opportunity for them.
Yeah, and in games that are so tight like this, those can really be difficult in the end. And look at the work from Dem. Disruptive play, looking for the bump, trying to get the demo, just creating havoc on the goal line. And Blizzy's shot, nice and slow, can just roll its way in.
Beautiful communication coming out from Zala there. That can go wrong in so many different ways, but good patience from Blizzy and Dem. Obviously, brilliant play from him to get the bump there. As Jason coming up for this one here. Flight trying to send this one to the corner, but immediately made by Dem again. Blizzy and Jason rushing for this one, but the ball follows to Yellow Crab to return. This one popping towards the box now. Blizzy, Hawk on the wall, gets a touch over. Flight already up for this one, being beaten out to the ball. Jason to send this one into the corner. The ball now bouncing in this Avalanche half, but dealt with fast. Blizzy now waiting on the boost, unable to get anything, blocking off his teammate, but as Dem deals this one, falls in the path of the flight, and Love definitely, the ball being sent from half to half so often now. Both teams really don't want to keep possession as Flight up to block a team pinch there. Both these teams really playing the long game right now.
Yeah, but it does open the door for a weird counter or like look here, you can start to see it starts to look so awkward where you just constantly giving away possession. You've got to have that build-up play, a double commit here, and Avalanche getting punished a lot for their fragility in defense in the last series. Haven't been here, and they get away with another one. Blizzy across to Dem. Dem, does he get the shot? He does! It's in! I don't know if it was an own goal in the end. It was pretty close to it, but it is with an almost unheard of 2-goal lead.
And the top left there, Flight being threatened by that one, just popping in there. But as we do see a lead coming from Zala, I did question what they have to change, but they haven't really changed much. They've just played their game, and really, I think the pressure getting to this Avalanche side now, it's getting quite awkward for them here as Cubby left alone in the defense here. Pops this one over. Yellow Crab, once again, another demo coming up, but they're really not letting up on pressure right now as Zala.
Yeah, and for the moment, it looks to me like Avalanche have abandoned what has worked so well for them. Just that sort of very aggressive, high-pressure play, building pressure. It got them through that last series. It got them through Game 1. It got them through Game 3. And perhaps the fact that they haven't been so productive in the goals has led them to believe that it's a strategy that's not working. But in the games they win, they've done it a lot, and they've got to find that! Flight is going to get one back! It's 2-1. A sweaty 1 minute coming up.
And Dem just missing the ball there. Yellow Crab as well, actually. They're just playing very aggressive, and I did say they weren't relenting on pressure, but finally it catches up to them as they do make a few errors. But a minute left now. Zala with a 1-goal lead, and Flight once again wants something to say about it, but as this pinches off him into the defense. Cubby now, a bit of time now, takes this one off the corner, pops this one up. Dem already waiting and free jumping him right in the path of him here. Flight with a bit of time, decides to take this one up in the air. Being out Blizzy, this one up to the backboard, trying to pop it down. Jason round for this one. This one floating through the net. Missing the post, hitting the post there. And every single time it looks like one of these teams have an opportunity, they're just not able to capitalize.
That one little moment there, the play building up was so good. They got themselves there. Every defensive player was not in the net, and he misses. And moments like that, if they go on to lose the series, they're going to look back at that. Because if they can equalize here and it goes to overtime, I'm going to be favoring Avalanche to take it, but they might have missed their opportunity to do it.
And Jez Flight with 10 seconds left needs to find something now. Popping it over one, but Dem already there to meet. Dem once again keeping up the pressure. Cubby banging this one long, actually decides to take a slow touch. Time with the air dribble now, tries to go for a reset, blocked out by Crab. Jason all on him now as Blizzy misses, but chokes under the pressure as we do find ourselves going to a Game 5.
And, Dispatch, we should be playing in overtime right now, shouldn't we? The glaring open net miss with about 30 seconds left denies an equalizing goal, and it is Zala. Not in convincing manner. Early on, they were pretty good. They had a 2-goal lead. We haven't seen that the entire series. But then they conceded with that last minute to go. It was a little fragile for them. But here we go. We go to a decider. And the scoreline's ticking up slowly with each game. More and more goals coming.
It's taken a while, but I believe, has every game been 1 goal? I'm not sure about Game 3.
Yes. No, every game's been 1 goal.
Wow, this has been quite close. We haven't seen anything convincing from either side so far, but I mean, overtime win, 1-0, and then 1 goal last game, 2-1 this game. Goals do finally take a while to pick up, but Cubby, man, that one's got to hurt. I spoke about him subbing up from Rival as well, and he's playing so well, but that one has got to sting. You've really got a question for Avalanche's mentality. How does that affect them? Because Game 5s are a true test of a team's mentality.
I think we are going to see 5 minutes of incredibly cagey Rocket League here. We saw the nerves and the dodgy gameplay affecting portions of that last game. And now we have the decider, so mistakes are going to be costly, and nerves about mistakes make mistakes. There's been a double commit here, Can Avalanche find a way to punish? Jason's going to give away possession, but the pressure and territorial still there. Cubby trying to make up for that glaring miss toward the end of game 4. Doesn't find the net here. 2 defenders standing firm, and Zala looking to bring it over to the other side, but they can't. They have to defend once again.
Could be a bit of time now. Decides to bang this one middle. Jason already pre-jumping, but met by Dem and playing very confident so far. Good to see, considering the mental blow they must have suffered with Cubby's miss. A double commit coming out from Flight and Cubby, and as good as Flight's been on defense, he does double commit his teammates a lot to try get that save. It's really putting them out of position here, but Flight trying to get something here, and the yellow crab bumping him away there. I don't think he intended that, but either way, manages to clear the danger. Missing this one. Cubby already up for this one with Dem, but Dem beating him out here. Jason picking up the boost in the corner, bit of time now, bangs this one long. Flight already up for this one, but unable to make contact, and they're playing so aggressive, trying to get these long passes, trying to get these long balls, but it's their boost management that's really biting them.
All right, the opportunity here. Jason demos the last defender, but the ball had already been sort of pinched away. Cubby now off the backboard. Flight off the backboard. Jason with the shot. Blizzy with the save.
And wow, this Avalanche side, their shooting consistency has been the main issue for them so far. As Cubby faking under one, bit of time now, pops it over Dem. Maybe chance for a shot here, and somehow beating out the entire team. I think Zala a bit boost starved, but Cubby making up for last game. Fake on Blizzy, pop over Dem. Yellow Crab awkward, thinking this one hits the backboard, and works out for him there as he manages to, well, atone for what he did last game.
And Cubby does like the fake plays. We've seen it a few times, last series and this, and it looks delicious when it works out, as it did magnificently there. And Avalanche have done their cause for winning this play-ins final, the world of good, by taking a lead in a series that has been very low scoring, despite the 3 goals. Well, it was only 3 goals in the last game, so a low scoring affair. So this may well be enough, but my word, 3 long minutes for them to hold on. They will be looking to go ahead. Maybe now. This is high and awkward. It's going to go in. Jason gets the goal, and we saw for the first time in game 4 a 2-goal lead. That time by Zala. This time by Avalanche.
Swinging absolutely right back at Zala after that last game, and what should have been an overtime for them. We do see them picking up a lead with 3 minutes left now, and playing very aggressive out of defense here as Zala. They really need to try get something else, as Flight now for this one, able to get the double tap. Blizzy, then this one long. They're really just sending the ball immediately into this Avalanche backline. There's a demo coming out from Flight on the yellow crab here. Dem with a bit of time, but no boost. Opts to leave this one. Flight already up for it. Tries to pre-jump in, but Flight reading that one. Maybe a pass across here, but nothing able to come as that one. Dem chasing down for bumps. Jason still managing to get the clear, and another open net opportunity here, but this one racing back, able to get anything. Flight up for this one again, going for another double tap. This one bounces down awkward, but nothing comes of that one. And every single time the Avalanche get the ball, this looks so scary.
Yeah, they've found the Avalanche of the last series and of game 1 with the pressure relentless, not letting it go away, and finally their pressure starting to pay off. And what was frustrating them so much in all the games leading here, is whenever they got the pressure, they couldn't find the net. They found it 3 times. And with now 2 minutes to go, and given how the series is gone, I do think this is going to be enough, Dispatch.
And yeah, it seems this is the most, equal most goals we've seen so far, and the most from one team in the game. Honestly, even with 2 minutes left, it feels insane to say it's pretty much a safe bet, considering how this has gone so far, as we've had a pretty long run of low-scoring games. But Jason trying to get another for his team here. Tries to mount an offense, starving them out, and no boost for the Zala defense here. Yellow Crab with no boost, Dem with no boost, but manages to reach this one. Cubby send this one towards the net, making Crab awkward, popping this one high. Leaves the pressure for now, but Flight straight back in. Pressure onto Yellow Crab. Crab going for the bump instead, as Dem taking it over one. The ball coming up here. Cubby, maybe the double tap attempt here, but pops it low and just buys his team time. Very smart from Cubby there. He knows that anything that they do here might lead to a counterattack, because Zala is so deadly, but just playing smart to deny and waste time off the clock, as we do get down nearly into the final minute.
They're doing such a magnificent job of just holding possession. They are so in control of this game, and you can see Zala's desperately trying to grab possession of the ball, get some kind of control. But here again, Cubby gets it. He's not banging it toward the net, doesn't want to give away possession. Just keep it in and around, making Zala chase the game, chase the ball, come at them. And Zeller have been at 6s and 7s for the last 90 seconds. Oh, I call it about 60 seconds, where they just haven't been able to do anything.
And yeah, considering they've only had 2 shots on target, well no, just 2 shots overall, sorry, this game, compared to a 9 from Avalanche, that is absolutely insane from them, really putting pressure on. We saw it early in the series, and with 25 seconds left, they need an absolute miracle here as Cubby clearing away what was probably their last chance of the game here, and maybe a chance for a 4th year. Flight coming to collect this one, but blocked out as Blizzy picks up his saviour, but now it doesn't really matter. But Dem going for a highlight shot of his own, gets the reset, and able to get over the defender. But as we do tick down into the final 5 seconds now, we really do have to question, was there ever a chance for Zal to come back into this game 5? But Avalanche now taking the series 3-2 and advancing into playoffs.
Well, we had 4 incredibly close games, 1 goal separating both teams in each of them. And then for the first and only time in Game 5, Avalanche storming forward, taking it 3-0. And in the context of the series, it was a dominating win. And we both picked them to take it. And here they are. They are going to the playoffs.
What a series from them as well. Great run from them, especially with Cubby having to sub from rival. Regardless of if Zala are in the same situation, it's all if, buts, and maybes on what could have happened if it was different, but it wasn't different today. And as we do see Avalanche advancing into the playoffs, especially with the issues they had, they're going to be looking a lot stronger with their main roster. So very good for them to have a good showing against the other teams they had to contend with the crutch that they did have.
Well, the nature of any competitive Rocket League, any competitive sport, is the deeper you go into a competition, the tougher the opposition get. And we saw that Avalanche had to work a lot harder to overcome Zalo than they did Argon in the previous series. And it only gets tougher for them because tomorrow, well, from here they go into the playoffs and they will be facing a better team. And then if they get through there, an even better one. And that's their road from here. And it is hard. Very often we see the play-in, the victors going into playoffs from play-ins fall very early. Rarely they go a long distance. But maybe Avalanche can take their momentum from tonight and go deep in the main roster, in the main bracket.
It's always difficult to do that, especially considering how much of a gauntlet play-ins is. But as a reminder, it only puts you into the lower bracket, doesn't it? So...
Yeah.
Always a huge task. It's not exactly like they've got things easy when they get there. They're a disadvantage to everyone else, regardless if they've had to play more and put more on the line. Because, I mean, did Avalanche start from the bottom of the play-ins bracket today? Because they were 5th in standing. So did they have to play all the previous
3 in a row? 3 in a
so
row, they've taken it. Yeah. What a run.
Longest possible route you can take to playoffs. So to do all that and only make it into the lower bracket, they've only got 1 life. So whatever team they're going to have to play in that series, they need to win that if they want to even make it into the top 4. So the chances are always the odds are really stacked against them overall going into playoffs.
But maybe eventually you get used to being almost dead, which is when you're in a lower bracket situation. You're always just that 1 loss away from being eliminated. But clearly they have adapted to it. They've taken the energy from it and channeled it into their play. And big congrats to them.
Jez, we might try to get an interview here. I kind of want to grab Cubby for this, actually. But, I mean, making up for his errors in that Game 4, managing to get the opener in Game 5, really starting, well, the large amount of goals that we did see in that Game 5. Really good play from him. And, I mean, considering that he's still got his rival playoffs to play for his team Blizzard, playing up to Avalanche in Elite and making it through to playoffs through 3 games in play-ins. Levy played all of them. That's got to feel amazing for him.
Yeah, and you know, the one thing I'm thinking about is the nature of Rocket League is you have a great night like Avalanche have had tonight, and then tomorrow, can you play as well tomorrow as you did today? And Dispatch, I have no doubt you've experienced this. You know, your 1 ranked session one day, you feel like a god. You just can't do anything wrong, and you go, you know what? I finally cracked Rocket League. I know how it works. And then the next session, you just undo all of your progress. So that's the big challenge: is how do you this good play, this good feeling, this momentum? Can they make it count tomorrow?
And yeah, that is always the questions. We do try to get Cubby in here, as I'll just try to drag him into the channel. And we do have Cubby joining us. And Cubby, mate, what a series from you as well, especially considering you're having to sub up from Rival. What does it feel like to actually make playoffs in Elite?
Oh, it's hype. I'm not going to lie. It just took every game by every game, really. And just got after the first series, we were feeling very confident, but at the same time, we're playing against Skies and J Hills, who are like two cracked players, and I was a bit worried coming up against them, but we managed to prevail. And then in that last game, we had a bit of a scare. We hadn't really played really demo heavy players, but they were testing us. It was a good game.
And so we have to ask, because there was a moment in Game 4 where it could have been leveled up in the dying moments, and you had this yawning open net in front of you. Talk us through that moment, and pleased to see you managed to shake it off coming into Game 5. But that must have been a stomach flopping moment for you.
It was. I had my controller over leave button, leave match, and I was almost ready to go, but I stayed in. Took it. My screen went black, so I couldn't really see the goal. On my phone.
But well done, and you made up. Okay, and then I just want to slip. What I liked about your play, I saw it in the last series, before this one, the semi-final, and here. You seem to enjoy your fake plays.
Oh, yeah, very much so. If I can, I'll fake it anywhere.
Good man.
No, yeah. And we did see that coming to get the opener for your team in Game 5, so especially after what Greybeard just said, that moment in Game 4, it had to feel amazing to come into that Game 5 and get the opener for your team.
Yeah, 100%. It restored my confidence. Like, in that last series, I didn't feel like I played as well as the first two, but we managed to prevail, so playoffs, here we come.
And sort of being pressed into duty, subbing in, was it with any sort of moments of awkwardness about it, or did you sort of did you feel quite comfortable with the teammates?
Not whatsoever. As soon as I joined VC, they were very welcoming from the get-go, and I've played a few times with Flight before, just in ranked and stuff, and I know, and I've spoken to them a fair bit before, so they were very welcoming and open, which helped with the series, really.
Fabulous.
And yeah, thank you very much for your time, Cubby. You got to feel amazing about that. So congratulations, subbing up from Rival and managing to take Avalanche into the playoffs. And we're obviously going to be seeing more of you in Rival playoffs. So be interesting to see how you match up there.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I'd just like to point out Jason's carry in the first series. That was very, very enjoyable to be in that backpack, and then Flight as well.
Flight is amazing. I mean, Jason and Flight, and I mean, you're a very aggressive team, and you did better in the second series. The first one, you got punished a few times playing up very high up, but Flight is a remarkable player. He's always in the action, up front, and then always coming out with those clutch saves.
Yeah, I was going to say, every single time I pressed square to look at the leaderboard, Flight was always on at least 3 or 4 saves. So
yeah, unbelievable.
Very good player and very nice to play with, to be honest.
All right, well, good luck in the playoffs, mate.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for your time, Cubby. Always nice to talk with you. But as you lead things out, that will be everything from us tonight as RSC. And just a few things to say first. Thank you very much to our sponsors, Versus, Luna, Badass, and HyperX. Without any of those companies, we would not be able to do the things we do, the graphics, the stream. We wouldn't have the level of gameplay we have because we wouldn't have the prize pools. We wouldn't have anything. So it was absolutely amazing for them. And also a shout out to the RLCS team who actually made day 2 for the first time. So things really moving up for RSC at the moment.
That's amazing. That's fantastic stuff and great to hear.
And yeah, it's been a very great night. So that's pretty much everything from me. It's been amazing. And I'll be back tomorrow to cast a little bit of, I believe I'll be on the B stream for Elite. So that should be fun. But that's everything from me. So Greybeard, if you'd like to say anything else to take us out.
No, I was pressed into duty tonight, and very pleased that I did. I really enjoyed seeing the run of Avalanche, and they got stronger as it went on, and very keen to see their progress through the playoffs. So big up to them, congratulations, Cubby coming in as a sub, Jason, and of course Flight. Lovely performance, great to watch, lovely to cast. So from me, thank you.
And thank you from me as well. It's been a great evening overall. So.
Blue, the feeling behind my eyes. You stood out 'cause you were in red. Then, against my intentions, I let you turn me violet instead. Summer high, met you in August. New York, back to my cold apartment. Distance sucks, but at least I'm still with you. White out skies, middle